Okay, everybody, hello and welcome. Just quickly checking everything there. Welcome to the live stream, Sunday sub battles and update discussion. Fun times. Got a lot of people here already. Hello, everybody. Glad to hear you're doing great, Francesco. Brown, new meta, Lilith and Piole. Yay, yay, more Lilith meta. Tibo Senpai, notice you. I don't know who you're referencing, but in case it's me, consider yourself noticed. So, yes. What means FTW? For the win. For the win. Look, I'll cry. Arc! I don't know why you're so surprised. It's my live stream. But hello. Win you. Welcome, welcome. Nice to have you here. What's up? No blue screen. No green screen. Brown. Yeah, blue screen is like the blue screen of death. That would mean my computer is dead. So no green screen. No green screen today. We didn't have it last week. Didn't have it during the video. I just too much hassle. Too much hassle. I'm going to be decorating the background with fun stuff, so don't worry about it. Tiboy, you finally got a Materio and a Lilith from PAX. Congratulations. Siganteng on Twitch. Hello, hello. Pegasus, yes. Long time no see. Where have you been? No videos. No videos, Pegasus. We're all very sad. Okay, so, I mean, normally we would take a few minutes to let everybody settle in, let the viewer numbers just build up a little bit so that nobody was missing out, but we're already at a pretty high number, so I think we can probably just jump right in. Moth wants to know why Pegasus ran from the last duel. It's because you're terrifying, Moth. Your reputation precedes you. FYI, Arc blue screen works better than green screen for special effects. Luke Arkwright. It depends on special effects. Yes, let's not talk about Mabinogi Duel, let's talk about Albion. Yes, Albion Online. I'm getting into that in a big way, guys, so if you want to be in on the ground floor of the new Albion Online Arcanauts Guild, let me know. Hey, you got a Lilith and a booster pack, Luke Arkwright. Congratulations. Now you too can contribute to the overwhelming tsunami that is the Lilith gimmick meta. Francesco, how speak about today? We're speaking about the update. The update on that hit on Thursday. So big emotions. So it'll be fun. Yeah. So honestly, I think we can probably just dive right in, unless unless everybody wants to start putting together some sort of riot squad to kill Lukaku for getting that Lilith. Cheng Li, hello. Welcome to the live stream. Nice to have you. So, yes, we will start talking about the update then. So, I should probably mention that I am trying to be unbiased about the update. Look, I have this whole big list. I don't know if you can see it. All these pros and cons, all these things to talk about. I'm trying to look at this, you know, from good and bad perspectives. However, bear in mind, this is nevertheless going to be a bit of a biased review on my part because I don't like it. I think this update is possibly the worst update the Mabinogi Duel has had in its, 2 years plus lifespan. So, ouch. Tibo, one hero gets nerfed. You used her. You talked about Izanami. Yeah, Izanami was nerfed in the update. Yeah. George, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Okay. Nacho, what did you miss? Nothing. We're just about to start talking about the update. Rise, you just came to talk about the pick. You feel like she's the Pied Piper. Yes, I chose something with music because I wanted to go for a kind of, Mabinogi Duel swan song kind of feel. It's not fair of me, but I couldn't resist a little pun. Brown, you're very biased. Yeah, we all kind of are. You got to go sleep. School starts tomorrow, Rise. Well, good luck with school. Rather you than me. Ugh. Okay, so we shall make a start on the Mabinogi Duel thing. So I am going to go through what I consider to be the pros and cons of the update. We'll talk about that, and then I want to hear everybody else's opinions on the subject. Tiboa, Arcadean opening packs live for Lilith. No, there's no point. The only pack that contains Lilith also contains all the FOD and WNB cards. So, new. Nobody can resist the temptation. Yeah. Alright, so let's make a start then. Whoopsie daisy. That was my fork. I have some pear here. I am eating it. Watch. Okay, so I'm talking my mouth full. So the theme of today's sort of review of the update is that this is not an update, it is a but date, because every plus point has a but to it. Okay, so it's a Mabinogi Duel butt date, which is not, you know, romantic endeavors engaged in by homosexual people. Okay, so don't go there. It's the butt date. As in B-U-T, not B-U-T-T. Upload for personal reasons. After missions is how to get gold. And missions and roulette. Yeah, we'll be discussing that. Selling cards is the best way to get gold. Absolutely. Moth, you hate butt dates. Yeah, well, you know. Maybe spend less time on Grindr. So, number 1, Pro. Mastery Arena is now a proper monthly ladder. Now, this is honestly a good thing that the Mastery Arena became a monthly ladder. Mabinogi Duel kind of did need a proper monthly ladder. Every other trading card game, online or otherwise, has some sort of ladder. It's a good thing that the Mastery Arena became this. But they removed the PvP arena. So that's a bad thing. And everyone can reach rank 1 in the monthly arena in like 4 or 5 days tops, really. I mean, just get together any kind of basic gimmick or anti-gimmick deck and just farm, because you can't drop down out of rank, so you just need to get a certain number of wins. It's grinding. It's just persistence. You can, Martha, you assumed I meant butt date because next on a butt heads for doing this too. That works out there too. Hey, excellent. It's the pun that just keeps on giving. Easy to get crystals per day from quest. It is for veterans, much less easy for newbies. Why did they delete the PvP arena? Nobody knows. Weird. Francesca, you're drinking similar arc juice and it's very gold now. Selling is the only way to get gold vash? Yep, it is. Okay, so next on the list. Fewer boosters. They did streamline the number of boosters, and that does mean that it is easier for newbies. We're not getting questions now. Which booster should I go for? Which booster should I go for? It's a lot easier to tell now. You know, do you want, are you a beginner? Go for the beginner booster. Do you want the latest cards? Go for the latest boosters, and then everything else falls in the middle. So shrinking the booster packs down from, you know, like the 6 that it was beforehand down to 3 is probably a good thing. Much easier for newbies anyway. But it's much harder to get specific cards and good pulls now. Used to be that every card, if you fished around in the Super Mutant Booster, every single card in each individual pack had a chance of being a mutant, which was great, because even if it was a crap mutant, you know, you can still sell them for a decent amount of money to collectors. You know, I mean, even 15,000 gold is not to be sniffed at. It's 15,000 gold. Hooray. But now, significantly more difficult. Every single pack is basically guaranteed to give you, more or less guaranteed to give you 5 junk cards, unless you get the 1.5% chance to get a good, like a 5-star that you can actually sell. And even then, there's only ever like 1 good 5-star in the pack, so that's no good. And then there is an 8% chance to get a bonus card, which has a certain percentage chance to be either an SE or a mutant, and then if it's a mutant, it has a certain percentage chance to be a mutant that you were looking for, or a good mutant. So much lower chances to get decent cards now, which is a shame. Tibble, we can now play unlimited arenas with ranking. In your opinion, is better for new players? It's honestly, it's not. I know why you would think that it is, but new players need gems. And they need to practice, and they need to get constant rewards, and they need to practice with different decks, which you can't do in the monthly arena. You're locked in. You can change decks once you hit a certain point for gold, but you're kind of locked in. You're not getting any rewards. You get up to rank 1 if you're really good, and then that's it. You got to wait 3 weeks to get your reward. It's not really better for new players than monthly arena. Every other TCG that does a monthly arena also has stuff going on in the background. You know, every time you rank up, you immediately get a reward. So, and there are other ways of playing. Lukaku, lowering the number of booster cards means you don't have to choose between pre-release and SE. True, yes, you can choose, and that's a good thing. The SE cards are now available in every pack. The downside of that, the but of that, is that it overwrites the chance to get a mutant. So you have an 8% chance to get a bonus card, and then it's like 50% chance to get an SE card or 50% chance to get a mutant. You can't get both, which is unfortunate. Brown, is a big FU to us veterans and collectors. Yeah. Tibbo, before the arenas were very limited, now is much free. Nope. If you like the monthly ladder and you think it's good for newbies, then I mean the old Mastery Arena was basically the same thing. So this is not better for newbies. This is actually worse for newbies. Apart from anything else, what a lot of newbies would do is, because it's very difficult to get top-tier PvP cards, but quite easy to get good rookie cards, a lot of players would get cards like Hunt and Sons Forth and Goblin Bomb Squad, and then they'd run them through Rookie Arena, and that would be good practice for them. They'd get some gems, they'd get some booster card pulls. It was great. And then once they felt confident, then they could move into PvP, but they can't do that anymore. Tibor, I'm not playing arenas. You're watching all the time. My rank. Yeah, I play. Well, I played arena on my private account. My public account, I'm not doing it. It's kind of a protest thing. It's pointless. It really. The rewards are. I mean, why bother? For the amount of time you're putting into it, the rewards are not worthwhile. Francesco, you think for an old player the only bad in the booster chance cards is to find a good mutant? You think is very low. The drop chance of the cards didn't change. I should probably be quite clear about this. The fact that you're now seeing 8% chance for a bonus card, 1.5% chance to get this 5-star card, 0.3% chance to get this card. These drop chances haven't changed. They haven't improved and they haven't gotten worse. These were always the drop chances of these cards. It's just now they're being displayed. These numbers always existed, but they were hidden until now. So, yeah, I mean, displaying the drop chances is fine, but it doesn't actually change anything fundamentally. Alright, so up next, what we got next? Yes, visual chance indicators on my list, yeah, but there's no change to drop rates, so it's fine, but it's just a visual thing. Next up, roulette can be reset, and there's no landing on open slots, so you're not constantly landing on 200 gold over and over again, which is nice, and you can reset it so that you after 30 games you're guaranteed getting every single thing that the roulette had on it. On the downside, but they removed the gold from the roulette. So now the only way, really, for newbies to make gold is to sell cards on the player store, and to a certain extent on the card exchanger, but the exchange rates are appalling. So that's not great. I mean, it's not like the gold was brilliant for new players to begin with, but it did at least give them enough gold that they could buy things from the cat merchant. Now, I mean, what exactly are new players supposed to do to get gold? The only way to get gold is to buy cards. The only way to get cards is with gems. The only way to get the gems is to do the monthly arena, the draft arena, the limited arena quests. And newbies can't do most of those. Win 4 games using one mutant, one monocolored deck. A newbie is never going to be able to win 4 games in a day. And that's just one quest, so it's problematic. Magnum playing dirty, apparently. Tut. Next up, pro streamlined content. So the game is a lot less confusingly laid out than before. Everything's been compacted a lot more. It's easier for newbies to make their way around the application without feeling completely lost and just too much information. But in order to make it streamlined, they felt the need to remove 75% of the content. So we kept limited, draft, and the monthly arena, which transformed, but we lost daily mission, draft mission, rookie arena, newbie arena, veteran arena, event arena. We lost a lot of stuff. Not great. Francesco, you understand the drop? Yeah, good. Pegasus, you're concerned whether the service will or will not end? Yeah. I mean, as Moth says, yeah, a lot of people have announced that they're leaving. The champion from our last tournament, Kengi, has announced that he's leaving Mabinogi Duel until it brings back the PvP arena. And I know that a lot of other players have left as well. Both, people that I know personally and just, looking at the number of players on my friends list who have just not logged in the last couple of days. Daniel, the sad thing is they don't give us clear reasons about the update and they don't tell us future plans and content. That's what made us anxious. Yeah, it's a big problem with DevCat. They've never really been brilliant at communicating. They've had 2 community managers whose only job was to communicate with us, but QWERTY made, I think, 2 posts maybe, and then disappeared, never to be seen from again. And IceCat has made 1, maybe 2, it depends on whether or not that was, the latest update note was his doing, but only 1 as far as I know. So they're not really good at communicating with the player base. So yeah, it's concerning. Tibbo Adventure now costs 5 energy only. Heart, now you can redo Tony because you're a noob. But yeah, that's nice. Yeah, quests, not quests, the story costs less energy, so good, yeah. Uplift for personal reasons. Did I check the so-called beginner's deck that has Triss and Ruairi? I wonder if they actually test that yet. They've never created a good deck. All of the starter decks and structure decks have always been weirdly bad decks. The only reason to ever buy them was because they contained good cards, like Command Hunting and Ifrit and things like that. Pegasus, very disappointing update, yes. Siganteng, Arc, do I have any info on how the sentiment is in the Korean community? Unfortunately, no. I don't speak Korean. So all the information I get is like third hand, you know, friend of a friend kind of thing. From what I've been told, they're not happy about it, but again, it's third-hand information, so. Tibwa, you can now get 60 crystals in one day. Before update, you're happy as you can only get 30 crystals. Yeah, I mean, for veteran players, you can get the crystals okay, if you don't mind spending a lot of time doing quests and things like that. And you get good quests. I don't do half my quests because I get really bad rolls. Again, it's like win 4 times in the draft arena, and I'm not doing that because I hate the draft arena. So, Moth, I'm surprised you're surprised I even remember Ice Cat's name. I pay attention to these things. You know, I want there to be community managers in DevCat. I really want them to be reaching out, but they just don't seem to be putting the effort in, unfortunately. Since you barely even said hi, yeah, I think, was it Ice Cat or was it QWERTY that popped up just to sort of half-assedly apologize for the TBT debacle. That was real. What was it? Fire those community managers. Holy Spear. Obliterate them all. Command Hunting was good. Yeah, it was nice to have a structure pack with Command Hunting in it. I mean, the deck itself wasn't good, but the fact that there was Command Hunting in the pack was great. That was definitely worth the 70 gems or whatever it was. Okay, next up, improved quests, which we kind of talked about a little bit here, which is nice. Definitely, they've improved. You can re-roll them, which is great, but it's still random, the quests. You know, you can't sort of in any way dictate, and they force you to play game modes that you may or may not like in ways that you may or may not like. I'm not sure why so many of the quests are around, you know, win 2 games with a mono resource deck. What exactly are they trying to encourage people to do here? Mono resource decks are only gimmicks. There's Jurgen and there's Gates of Hell. Those are like the only mono decks that win games. Why are there quests that encourage people to play badly? I don't understand that. So, very, very strange. And again, it's not very friendly to new players because, you know, again, win 4 games with a mono resource deck? No. Newbies have enough difficulty winning games with 3 resources just because they don't have that many cards. So newbies are kind of locked out of a lot of these quests, which is unfortunate. And in order to re-roll, it costs 5,000 gold, and they're not giving us any way to generate gold anymore, other than selling cards, which, not so great. Next up, on the plus side, more gems from the daily login. Now you've got, what is it, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then a pack, and then 6, 6, 6, 6, and then a pack, and then 10, 10, 10, 10, and then a pack, which is nice, you know, much better gems daily. But you get fewer booster packs now. It used to be that you would get 1, then 2, then 3. So you get 6 booster packs in a 15-day period. Now you get 3 booster packs in a 15-day period, and you don't get special tickets anymore. So you need special tickets for, you know, repairing cards and things. They were so big on these special tickets, and now there's just, like, no way of getting them. So it's a bit weird. Well, not through the daily logins, anyway. So that's kind of like, okay, weird. Tibbo, your friend level 84 loses to your Nerva and Lilith. You beat him first time. It's not a surprise, it's a gimmick deck. Marcus, I'm sorry, you're like, greetings from Crassus. Hello, Crassus. I know you. Thanks for the gift gems and things. Blaster Dark, is this game good? It is, yes, it is good. It had an update on Thursday that just really, really pissed off a lot of people. But it's still a good game. Definitely give it a try. Saint, I miss daily missions. I miss daily missions too. I miss, you know, logging in and going, oh, what's the mutant? Oh, it looks quite good. Yeah, I'll do that. And I'll run some fun decks. I'll run like a Vanished Thief's deck that has some warlords in it. Or I'll bring out my old Ashen Dust. Or I'll run something that's, you know, completely spell-based. I'll just see if I can slap my way to victory. Hey, fun stuff that you can do. Can't do that in the only PvP arena that's left. Can't do that there. Moth, what the hell do you even spend gems on now? Nothing. Basically, if somebody comes to me now and says, hey, what do I spend my gems on? My answer is, don't, basically. Just don't. There's no good packs right now. I mean, if you're a beginner, sure, spend some gems on the beginner pack, and if you're desperate to get a hold of like a Lilith and you fancy your chances, sure, by all means, invest some gems into the latest season pack, but bear in mind that it's a microscopic chance of pulling the card you want. So don't. Basically, wait until they change the packs, which they probably will, or wait until there's another collaboration or another special pack that comes out. But yeah, just don't spend gems right now. There's no point. Blaster Dark, you've uninstalled the game. Yeah, a lot of people have. Francesca, you think for people, same as you, Brown, pay to win, don't change the new rules and give rewards, only bad for free to play and newbies. Yeah, it's not very free to play friendly, certainly. Upload for personal reasons, new meta equals using only shooting deck that is only having 12 spells and takes 30 minutes per game. Fair enough. Lukaku, you'll spend gems anyway because you don't even care anymore. Fair dues, yeah. I mean, you know, if you have gems to burn and you really don't care, then sure, splurge them on whatever the hell you feel like splurging them on. As a test, I threw 400 gems into the latest booster. And I got 2 SE cards, 1 mutant, and the rest of it was junk. I didn't get anything above 3 stars. So, Daniel, have I met a lot of new players? Not... Well, no, but then I wouldn't really. I mean, the player base is or was, I've no idea what the number is now, up in the millions. So while there are people whose names I recognize, there's always been people whose names I don't recognize. What I have noticed is that significantly fewer new people have been commenting, have been like jumping into the Discord and have been commenting on Reddit and things like that, sending me messages and so on and so forth. Fewer new people, but... It's anecdotal evidence. It's not proof of anything. Galliamir, hello everybody. Hello, welcome to the stream. Brown, you spent 900 gems, which is 30 packs on the basic set, and only got 2 SE and 2 mutants. Yeah. The drop chances have basically decreased. As I said, it used to be that you could have a chance for a mutant on every single card in the Super Mutant pack. So you had 5 chances to get a mutant, and then you had a chance to get a bonus card, which again had a chance to give you another mutant. Now, 5 cards are guaranteed to not be a mutant, and then 1 card that if you get the 8% roll, you will get that 1 card, and then it's a 50-50 chance whether it becomes SE or mutant, and if it is a mutant, then it rolls again to see what mutant you get. So basically, yeah, don't expect to find all those funky mutants you've been looking for. Ironically, the only way to get them now is through the player store, and they're going to become significantly rarer because everyone's going to be having this problem. So, yeah. I mean, they might be trying to cut down on the number of, like, superpowered mutants and things like that, so that it's less gimmicky, but in that case, I don't know why they did the monthly ranked arena in the way that they did, because it's basically just rewards gimmick play. Whippy, we have downgraded, yes. I would agree with that, yeah. Moth, those chances are really disgustingly futile. They are very, very low chance to get any mutants or SE cards. You got a greater chance of getting an SE card right now than you do of getting a decent mutant. When the SE cards leave, then it'll be, you know, guaranteed chance on the 8% roll that you get a mutant, but at that point you're still having to deal with the ridiculously low chances of getting something you like. I mean, the mutants that I would like to have for my decks, for example, in the bonus chance section, 0.03% chance. So yeah, it's not going to happen. George, time to unsubscribe from Mabinogi Duel, time to boycott and not pay for membership anymore until they fix this shit up. Yeah, I mean, don't necessarily unsubscribe, don't necessarily uninstall the game. If you enjoy the modes that are still around, by all means keep playing them. I would say that if you do want to make your voices heard, then yes, don't pay for any more memberships. Always vote with your wallet. It's a company and it's a business. I mean, you can shout as loudly as you like on the internet, like I'm doing. You can sign as many petitions as you like. You can make angry Twitter posts and press the angry face on the Facebook thing. None of that makes any difference. That has never changed any business model in the history of the world ever. Nobody ever talked about the petition that changed the world. What makes a difference is voting with your wallet. If you want there to be changes, stop giving them money. That's basically what it comes down to. And hope that enough people follow suit that next one goes, oh shit, this is hurting our bottom line, make more changes, make people happy again. Nacho Guerrero, why did they decide to do this? Nobody knows, really. We've been having a lot of conversations about it, but nobody can really come up with a good reason. Lukaku, one change that you like that didn't impact anything is the new color for EXP. It's a bright violet. It's... I was like, oh, okay. It's fine. Mutants are one of the most fun parts of the game, in your opinion, Moth. Even the bad mutants, like you love your Man of Vampire Cat. Yeah, mutants are one of the unique parts of the game. I'm not sure why. This is my big concern, or my big question, rather, about DevCat's business models. Why are they so reluctant to give players cards? They seem to think that it's a collectible card game, and that once everybody has all the cards they want, they'll stop playing. They don't seem to actually realize that that's not the case. Collecting the cards is 50% of the game. I mean, it's 100% for collectors like Brown, but for most people who play these games, it's 50%, right? You collect the cards, but then you collect them because you want to battle with them. You want to try interesting decks. You want to mix and match things. If you give people the cards that they want, they will create the decks that they want, they'll try those out, and then they'll think to themselves, okay, now I'm going to try some interesting stuff. By giving players more cards, you breed a better, more creative meta. But DevCat is punishing you for trying to get a hold of cards, and they have been doing so for like the past 8 months or something like that. It's weird, and I don't get their business model. Unless, as I say, you assume that their thinking is once people have all the cards they want, they'll stop playing and spending money, which is just factually inaccurate. Especially given the fact that they keep releasing like new cards every couple of weeks or so. So, bizarre logic. Daniel, am I right in saying that there's nothing to do anymore when you reach rank 1 in monthly ranked? Draft, limited arenas are not really exciting. If you don't like draft and you don't like limited arena, then yeah. Once you reach rank 1 in monthly ranked, you're finished for the month. That's it. Nothing else to do. You can fight friends, you can get involved in in the Discord and battle other people, but yeah, basically, if you don't like draft and you don't like limited, and most people don't, then yeah, once you got into ranked 1 in monthly, which will only take most people a week at most, you're done for the rest of the month. Lukaku, not that I didn't like the red one, but it feels refreshing in purple. Yeah, it's fine. I think it's a little bit garish. We've got what? Purple, red, yellow, blue, and white up at the top of the screen, and any graphics designer will tell you that's not a good idea. Try to keep everything sort of, all the colors sort of thematically consistent, but fine. I mean, it's not a big deal. Let's start a riot, Galliamir, yes. Samurai Quack shall be your leader. Ah. Tibbo, a monthly reward, Sax is 130 crystals or so for rank 1, yeah, which is less than if you played the old PvP arena regularly. The only good thing about this update is the new SE heroes. At least you don't have to pay for anything, just play 90 times, enter duel, leave duel, start new duel, repeat. Yeah, yeah, I meant to mention this actually, but George got there first. Yeah, if you want the new SE heroes, bear in mind that it just says play X number of games. You don't have to win them. You can start a fight, immediately forfeit, start another fight, immediately forfeit, do that 90 times and you've got the SE heroes. Moth, let's make sure people don't get cards so they can't play our game. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why they are so reluctant to give people cards. It is bizarre. Every other trading card game just is very, very friendly about giving you cards because they know that without the cards you're not going to be playing in the PvP arenas. That's weird, 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 weird. Moth, the red of the energy and the purple of the EXP really clash in your opinion? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it myself, but it's not one of those like, So, upload, I'm just going to call you upload. I was shocked that DevCat was preparing another TCG Project MV after they were so messed up. Yeah, I heard about that. I mean, it might be a different division. Or they might be viewing Mabinogi Duel as kind of like a test run, okay, we know what we did wrong, we know what we did right, let's, create a whole new game now, we'll start from scratch and we'll do it better. Unfortunately, they haven't apparently learned enough lessons because they keep doing stupid shit like this. I don't mean to be harsh, but they do keep pulling this weirdly out of touch crap. I mean, it's not like they've never created a card game before, and that's fair enough, but in that case, you look around, you look at the competition, you get some experts in, you really listen to feedback, you really... But they keep doing things that are entirely counterintuitive. A trading card game, and they released cards that you couldn't trade, which was the EXT cards. I was like, what the hell are you doing? People really love the PVG content, so let's erase all of it, even though it's been fine for 2 years. And so on and so forth. It's like bizarre. Just absolutely bizarre. Pekka says, do you think PLA is too strong? For the current power baseline of the cards, yes, PLA is too strong. I would like to see them buff every other card so that PLA was, just one among many powerful cards now, but I have no idea what they're doing at the moment. I really have no idea what they're doing. It feels like they're building up towards something big, but the thing is, I pulled this crap before. You know, they had a big thing about the special tickets when they came out. Oh my god, a complete revamp of everything, and new currency system, and so on and so forth. And whoa, it's going to have such huge impact. We're going to use it to get into event arenas. We're going to use it to buy special booster packs. Well, guess what? Thursday rolls around. Event arenas no longer exist. They destroyed all the event arenas. And now you don't need to use special tickets to open any of the booster packs. So now we're back to just using special tickets to repair cards. And now it's much harder to get special tickets because they're not granted by daily login rewards, and most of the quests don't seem to offer it. So they keep having these big ideas, but then they just never follow through with them. They just die. Danny, what am I eating? I'm eating pears. I'm eating diced pear. Look, right, we've time to reset the power base of each card, though. There's too many cards at this point. The only thing that they could do is do what like Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering and stuff do, which is to create like a standard format and then like a forbidden/limited format. And just say, okay, you know, all G1 to G4 cards, let's say, are now in the standard or limited format. So you can't, or they're in the limited format rather, they're in the forbidden format. So now you can't use them in like official dual monthly ladder stuff, blah blah blah. Or, you know, have two monthly ladders, one for standard and one for limited edition. But, I mean, that's the reason why these card creators do this, is because, okay, you know, we got all these cards and we can't possibly balance new cards taking into account the 50,000 old cards that we've created, so screw it. We will only ever work with, like, the last 1,000 cards that we created, and that way everything just remains fairly well balanced as we progress through. But, I don't know, they don't seem to be doing that. Brown, PC release on Steam. Wouldn't that be nice? Yes, that would be lovely. I mean, they do seem to be trying to make the game more like Hearthstone with the, you know, monthly ladder thing and the removal of PVG, but yeah. Lukaku, in your opinion, they should have ban list? Yeah, the standard limited format. A lot of people are in favor of that. A lot of people are really against that idea. Ganymir, if they're doing a new TCG, they have to be sure people are going out the test subject to get into the real project. This kind of shit, as you say, no one's going to try a new game. Yeah. If they're opening up, if they're working on a new TCG, Thursday's update was not the way to convince people to try out their next card game. Marcus, PLA is too strong and sucks and you don't get him. Lukaku, is it still worth it to buy the gold membership? At the moment I'd say no, simply because what are you going to spend the gems on? But I mean, if you've got enough gold saved up that you can do a lot of trades on the player store, then yes, it's still worthwhile, because then you can use the gems that you get every day to seal the cards that you pick up. But other than that, other than, you know, the millionaires who buy all their cards on the store, not really worth doing the gold membership. Yeah, DevCat posts on next on recruiting site, yeah. Mabinogi Duel is now in top recommended in Android market after update. It may just be top recommended for you. I'm not sure what their algorithms are. Anyway, we kind of got a bit distracted from the list. There's only two more things. There are no more plus points. Those are all the plus points I could think of, but there are a couple of negative points. One of which we've already touched on. Once you hit rank 1 in the monthly arena, there's really nothing left to do. You're finished for the month, so stop playing. And with a mobile game, that's death. You want your players to log in every single day. If they don't log in for 2 days in a row, they're probably never logging back in again. It's the general rule for a mobile game. Did a little Lugark, you know me by this time, always deprived, yeah. Gallimiers, people can feel his rage. Daniel, you know what? What we can all do is give the story mode a chance. Maybe that's what they implies to do, make the story mode playable through coercion. I finished the story mode. I finished it back when they released the latest chapter. Long gone with story mode, and I did not like the last couple chapters. It got so sort of edgy. Everything's so dark and grim now, and everyone speaks in a deep, gravelly voice, and we all have tragic pasts. Oh, the drama! The drama! Oh, for Christ's sake, go back to the comedy. No more XP for cards. Yep, only way to level is to battle and roulette. Yep. And you can't even roulette by challenging the cat merchant, so you're forced into PvP or draft. Okay, and the last thing on the con list is that there is no more stamina regen using gems and tickets. So, once you've used up your stamina, that's it. Go away. There's no way to regenerate your stamina anymore. Which, I mean, maybe they were hoping... I mean, if the PvP arena was still a thing, I'd say, okay, that kind of makes sense, because the old top 10 was basically who grinded the most. You know, if you just spent a billion gems on recharging your stamina and just kept on playing, and you had like a better than, 1 win for 2 loss ratio, then you could get into top 10. Anyone could get into top 10. But they removed the PvP arena, now it's monthly ranked, and monthly ranked, whilst of course, yes, there is an element of grinding to it, it's still grinding even if you do or do not use the stamina, because it's a month-long thing. Ugh. So, you don't need to recharge your stamina to grind the monthly ranked arena. Ugh. So I'm not sure why they've suddenly crippled the stamina. I don't even know why there is stamina in the game. Honestly, I don't know why they're time-gating this stuff. It's bizarre, because there's no way you can grind in this game. There's no way that you can just sit down all day and just grind out rewards. There's a limited number of quests that you can do per day, and there's a limited number of rolls on the roulette. And then you don't get anything else after that, so I don't know why they're time-gating it. So it's bizarre. Miss Zero, what did you miss? You missed me going through this whole big list of pros and cons. So you have to read through, you have to watch through the archive. Tiboa, some old games doing huge updates to jump in, new update to recommended games. Well, no. I wish Mabinogi helped any gamers download it. You love this game? Well, good. I mean, new players that join and stay playing will stay because they like the new system. But veteran players, older players, a lot of them are leaving. A big chunk of them are leaving. A big chunk of them are unhappy. The Twitter thing, as you can see up at the top here. Why is it not scrolling? Why is it not scrolling? There we go. As you can see up at the top here, just full of people saying bad things about the update. And a lot of people are posting reviews, and that's going to drop the rating of the game on the Play Store and the App Store. So this is dangerous for DevCat. You know, they might be willing to lose their older players in order to gain new players that like the new system, but there's this transition period which could kill them. Not that it will, I don't think, but it could. It's a definite concern for mobile games. Lukaku liked the stamina tickets. I liked it back when stamina wasn't even a thing. Honestly, I just don't understand the time getting. Lukaku, I think it's a legal obligation in Korea. Really? Maybe. I know they have a limit on how much you can spend in Korea, but no, I haven't thought about that. Could be. Moth, I usually play with a deck for 3 to 10 days before you get bored and want to make a new one, so monthly arena is not for you, so there's no arena for you anymore. Yeah, a lot of people are like that. I love to create new decks and things like that. I love to try new stuff. I like to try weird things as well. I like to just have fun sometimes, and some of it's not viable in PvP. So, upload, which is faster, new story, G2 releasing versus end of game service. Well, I mean, it's taken them 2.5 years at this point to release one story expansion, so yeah, probably the game will die before they get around to releasing the next one. Daniel, I never understand why they change quest into adventure, but they don't make a new adventure story. You got me. It's like an entire page here just for one thing. You know, an entire tab just for the story. So it's basically, for anyone who's completed the story, there's an entire section of the game there which is just pointless. Lukaku, to be honest, stopped investing energy in the game at the time of the FOD fiasco. Yeah. Tiboa, I can play online arena with 3 wins and 6 losses and you rank 300. Yes. Yeah. Mist Zero, I remember when the roulette gave stamina, you could play forever. I remember that, yes. I mean, that was back when they had the stamina thing, but it was a bit of a cheeky nudge, wink, wink, because you could gain so much stamina naturally that you never ran out. And that was phenomenal for me, because I could test so many decks in friendly battles, up against the cat merchant, in the PvP arenas, rookie arenas, draft arenas. I could run some decks through the rookie arena, I could run some decks through the PvP arena, and I could gather enough information that I could then take that to the Reddit, where I was at the time, and I could help people out. I could say, okay, look, I ran a big whole thing through the rookie arena, I ran a whole thing through the veteran arena, and I ran a whole thing through the PvP arena. Here's what I learned. You can't do that anymore. You got to choose like one thing. Daniel, maybe DevCat is on a strike or something, planning to sabotage the next one. Yeah. Nahwali, how the heck do you get gold now? You get gold by selling cards in the player store. That is the only way to get gold now. Tiboa, this game deserves more players. It's the best CCG in your opinion. Great, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Honestly, most people hate the update, so it's always nice to see someone that actually likes it. You know, nice to have a little bit of positivity. Moth, you have always been above the maximum energy. That's nice. Like 900 out of 300 or whatever. Yeah. I used to be like that, but then obviously with all the testing I do for the decks, for the videos I make, I run through stamina so quickly now. I can't get as much testing done as I'd like, because in my case, I basically have a choice for like 2 or 3 days. Do I test a deck for 2 days and not do any of the arenas and get any rewards, or do I do the arenas and then I don't have enough energy to test decks properly? So yeah, I would quite like to go back to no more stamina nonsense, but hey. Now, while the cards are so expensive on market and there's no way to get gold, yeah, it's a problem. It's a bit of a catch-22 at this point. It's awkward. You need to sell cards in order to get gold, but the cards are now harder to get, so it's harder to get gold. So you can't buy the cards that you want, so you're not going to do as well in the arenas. So you're not going to get the rewards, and you're going to have to wait a month anyway, so... Monsieur, the stamina in mobile games are meant to make players pay to play more, but now that you can't, they just have no reason to have it. Yeah, I mean, I understood why they put stamina in a big thing, because, yeah, you spend gems and so on and so forth, but now that they've removed the ability to recharge stamina, it's back to being a case of, okay, it's not even you guys being greedy dicks anymore, there's just literally no reason to have this. Moth, you still think this is one of the best mobile TCGs you've ever tried? Next on DevCat is just ruining it all. I don't think anyone here is arguing it's a bad game. No, it's not a bad game. They just keep... I mean, this last update has been bad. What I've been saying for like the last year, pretty much, is I would just like one update where it was entirely positive. Just one update where there were no downsides. There was no greedy little pocket grabbing. There was no nerfing cards that don't need to be nerfed and buffing cards that don't need to be that don't require buffs, and ignoring cards that really do require stuff like that. There's no cheeky little cash grabs. There's no nonsense. I just want one update, which is just, hey, we're being lovely people. Here's an update because you guys are lovely. That's all I want. Just one. Guess who it is? It's Mabi Lore Lord. Majin, welcome. The problem is they take taxes with each sale, so less money each time. Yeah, I mean, they've gone a bit nuts with the gold sync, given they haven't got any way of generating gold now. They want you to buy gems to buy cards, which people just aren't going to do because the booster packs suck. Ked, you weren't a fan of the daily missions. Do lower missions for 1 gem was a bit tedious. I think they need to create a new PvG system. I would not have been against that. I would not have been against a new PvG system. I think people would have been quite happy to have a little bit of a renovation on the PvG system, but they decided to just napalm it instead. So, Miss here, it's a good game, but nonsensical business practices. Yes, it's bizarre business practices as well. Just really, really illogical stuff. The kind of thing that any random person on the street, if you pointed to them and said, "Is this a good idea?" the person would have said, "No, it's not a good idea. What are you, a blithering idiot?" So it's weird. It's just weird, is what it is. Danny, it's a funny thing when gold is hard to get, but you can get gems so easily. I mean, gold for free users and gems for premium users in many other games with Mabinogi Duel is different. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Tibo, come on, don't hate on this game. Card, trade system, everything is so good for mobile game. Got PS4, but you prefer Mabinogi. Fake PS4 with... Trade system is good. Trade system is not good in this game. Trade system is really bad in Mabinogi Duel. Don't get me wrong. I still enjoy the game. I still like the game. It's still a good game. But the trading side of things has always been really, really bad. Nahwali, the new rule is pointless. Same reward for roulette is pointless. No, same reward for spin. No point in being random. Pretty much. I mean, it makes it easier, but then you've got to go through all these PvP battles in order to get the stuff. So, Moth, let's get Kito to murder all the people in charge of Nexon. Bit harsh. Someone watched Death Note recently. You read it, not watched it. I see. Classic. I read like the first 2 books and I thought, this is extremely depressing. Why am I depressing myself? And I stopped reading Death Note. Now, Wally, at least you don't have to log in every 2 hours to choose a chance of getting one specific card. I mean, technically you didn't need to do that beforehand. There are places you can go which will tell you what the day's mutants are, so you could log in then, but Ashcroft, the card booster pool is too diluted. It really is. I mean, they released the CGC and then they bundle it in with WNB and FOD. I mean, what? Why? That's just going to piss people off because they're just going to keep pulling cards they pulled 2 generations ago. Moth, this game does not have a trade system, really. It really doesn't. I mean, the only trade system is like this kind of like weird thing where you put something up on a shop, but you have to hope that nobody snipes it, or two people are right next to each other. But then you can't just give somebody a card as a gift or something like that. You got to go through this whole weird thing of like matching values. It's not a good trading system. Unless you live with all your friends in the same building. And even then, not a good trading system, because you have to match the value of the card you're trading. Mabinogi Duel has no trade system. It does. It just has a bad one. I forgot you need gold to trade. Yep. Stamina system, so-called fatigue system, is designed to limit game usage by game players to prevent... Oh, it's all going so fast. To prevent excessive fatigue is duty in Korea. Okay, so it is actually law in Korea. Fair enough. Moth, you think it's dark and depressing in the same way like Tim Burton? No, Tim Burton is kind of fun with his dark and depressing stuff. He's exaggerated, almost comedic darkness. Nightmare Before Christmas, yay! And then write his name in a death note, and Jack Skellington is dead. That's you see the difference? Bit too dark. Margin, the gems aren't that bad now. You earn a lot for veterans, yeah, not for newbies, but yeah. But you got to do so many specific things. Yeah, if you see it in the long term, you do get way more gems now between quest ticks and roulettes and daily login rewards. Yes, if you're willing to put in the effort and you're a veteran player, you do get more gems now. The downside, of course, is that the booster packs are significantly worse, so there's less value for your gems. So you're getting twice as many gems, but the value of those gems, considering, you know, gem per card, has actually been reduced by about 2/3. So even though you're getting more gems, they've been devalued to the point where in sort of a one-to-one, in sort of a ratio perspective, you're getting less gems. It's kind of this, it's economics, basically. And it's confusing and annoying, but yeah. You can do the math, but you're lazy, you just got to trust me on this, but the rest is meh-ish. Yeah, again, you get more, but the value of the gems is decreased. It's basically like saying to somebody, hey, we've increased your salary by, you know, $100 a month or whatever, but inflation has risen by 10%, so technically you're earning less now. Din, where's my drink? It's right here. Daniel, the game itself is still good and you still like it, but they ruined the trading system. They removed gold from the roulette, but in the personal store you can only sell them in gold. How can you buy it then? It's a problem. They kidnap Santa and tie him in a bag, says Moth. Yes, but he doesn't die. Marcus, you think it was too easy to get good cards and a lot? Maybe they try to fix it now and it's harder to get good mutants of gold, but the old players have the cards. You don't know what the plan is. Yeah, I mean, it's already too late. They're closing the stable door after the horse is bolted. If they wanted to restrict access to good cards, which is a bad idea anyway in a trading card game, you want people to get cards, but if they wanted to restrict access to cards, it's too late! They've already given all of the veteran and good players cards, so now if they restrict access to the good cards, they're just punishing the new players. The veterans are just going to sit here and go, I'm winning everything! Moth, and that is a kid's movie. Kidnapping Santa's not a bad thing. Tie up Santa, put him in a bag, beat him with a stick, and sing about it. They don't beat him that badly. He comes out of the sack, he's got no bruises. Again, I can't believe you're arguing that that's on par with, once I find out your name, I can write it in a book and I can choose how you die. I'd rather be put into a sack and beaten with, apparently, Nerf bats. Margin, well, you see, the current trade system pro side is that you can't search cards, you've got to browse shops. This way you can avoid people setting fixed prices and monopolizing a specific card. I'd agree with you, Margin, except the prices are already ridiculous anyway. We kind of need people at this point undercutting prices, but there's no reason to, so the prices of cards are going to keep increasing over time, because there's no advantage to setting a lower price on a card, because it doesn't guarantee that you're going to sell that card, it just means that you're going to get less money. The current trade system encourages you to set your card for as high a price as possible, which screws over everybody who's not a millionaire. Hector Blanco, tournament back? No tournaments right now. No tournaments right now. We're losing too many people, apart from anything else. Daniel, I'm thinking maybe the coming sub-battles can make players bet cards or gold just to make it fun. Even useless cards and measly gold can do, just like the old days classic TCG. I would love to do stuff like that, but again, the trade system bites us in the ass. There's no way of putting cards up for that kind of thing. There's no way of doing that. Tibbo, in any game you don't get trading system. DevCat has best CCG mobile game, but shit on it. Summoners War, top game, making huge money, but really focused on this game. Mabinogi, best game for phones. A bit confused, but sure. In any game you don't get trading system is I mean, that's just wrong. There's a lot of games that have trading systems in them. Some of them have really, really good trading systems in them. And the ones that don't have crafting systems to allow you to craft the cards that you don't pull randomly and so. Kedge, at least we can trade in the TCG. Most mobiles shut down trade, so it's a gacha system. Yeah, I mean it's better than some, but then I name a mobile-only trading card game. Mobile only, and you basically is Mabinogi Duel and Shadowverse. That's basically it. Moth, well, one of them is a kids movie and one isn't. Yes, as I was saying, you know, Tim Burton writes sort of like kids horror. It's fun. Death Note just depressed the shit out of me. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, just depressed the shit out of me. Do you think we have any chance to see the daily mission again? You miss it? Unlikely. Very unlikely. Kedge, taxes are annoying. Yeah, they were supposed to be a gold sink, but now there's no way of generating gold other than selling cards. I'm not sure. Mist, we need a better flea market in the game. We do. Imagine why no green screen today. I haven't had the green screen for the last week. I'm trying without it. I'm going to start decorating the background. I think that's more fun. And it's less hassle to me. Because I have to edit the chroma filters every single time. And I have to fiddle around with like the correct lighting and stuff. This way it's just a lot more natural. Moth, I'm just arguing you've forgotten how horrifying Nightmare Before Christmas really was. No, I liked it. But I like Tim Burton stuff. I like his kind of like dark but fun stuff. Danny, we love to see his house instead of the green screen. Yeah. Moth, make toys that literally eat people alive and replace Christmas presents with them. Hmm? I don't remember that. Daniel, art. Off topic, but you don't find Gwent's art style appealing? Fair enough. I think it's gorgeous, but that's just me. Well, it's not just me, but... George, if only Duel Links was tradable, you'd still continue to play it. Duel Links isn't tradable, but they are working on a crafting system, apparently, which is pretty damn cool. Lukaku's back. Good. Hope you got some nice food. Lukaku, Death Note ain't that depressing when you get a bit farther into the series. Yeah, I don't know. Once you get past Light's death, which is just bullshit, frankly. Screw you. Moth, who said anything about not liking? Imagine you have a Death Note replica with all names, too. Oh my god, don't write my name in it. NMBC is one of your favorites. I don't... Nightmare Before Christmas, right, I get it. Why? It's just NBC, surely. Because nightmare isn't 2 words. Dibbo, so if you're English in Czech Republic, English in your country speak only cannibals, good lord. That's fine, Tibbo. Your English is very, very good. Don't worry about it. Significantly better than my Czech is. Beautiful country, too. Czech Republic is gorgeous. Really nice country. Moth, you watched it twice a year, every year for your entire childhood. No wonder it left a mark. Miss Zero, you love Death Note, but hey, the ending basically came down to who has the last ha-ha, and then you question yourself, is this even good writing anymore? It's not really. Spoilers, not. You don't get spoiler tags for something that's like 20 years old, alright? And yeah, the Death Note thing was bullshit anyway, because they kept making up rules, you know? Oh, suddenly the Shinigami can see people's names hovering over their heads. What? When did that happen? Oh, just now, don't question it, it's fine. Lukaku, do just spoil. Again! It's like decades old. You don't get spoiler tags for something that old. It's like saying, by the way, the shark dies at the end of Jaws. Light's death is the end of the series. Light's death is like 3/4 of the way through or something. I mean, it goes on and on and on after that. Moth in the US, NBC is already well known. Yeah, NBC, yeah, National Broadcasting Corporation, yeah, sure. I didn't spoil it, just said, ha! Stop it, haven't watched Death Note yet. So sorry. Dan, you like what we're doing, really chilling and increasing rapport among each other. It's what Thai community looks like. Absolutely, yes. I'm just, I'm talking shit about Death Note, which is like alienating like 50% of you. Debo, any fights today? Yes, later on. Well, hello. Lukaku, Light's death is the very last episode. It might be of the anime, sure as shit not of the manga. Moth, to be honest, when you reread Death Note 10 years later, it's not as good when you read it in high school. A lot of things are like that. It's depressing. I love the Dragonlance. Who knows the Dragonlance series? It's not anime or manga, okay? So, weebs, put your hands down. But who read the old Dragonlance fantasy novel series? I thought that was the best thing ever when I was like 12. And then I read it again when I was 20-something, and I thought, oh my god, this is shit. The Cockcry, you're confused between L and Light. Am I? Possibly. Well, Light's the bad guy. Light's the shithead, is he? Yeah. I read the thing like 12, 14 years ago, something like that. So, Moth, you don't know Dragonlance. It's not Dragonlance, it's Dragonlance. Was it the Flight of the Dragons? Was that Nina McCaffrey? Mr. Rock, PvP, go! Pegasus, PvP Arena, yeah. Yeah, PvP Arena is gone. I'm trying to get it back onto talking about the update, okay? Because I want to get people's opinions. I want to get some tips and tricks in here. We want to start talking about that. Lukakrai Light is Kira. No, yeah, all these names. Wife is a huge fan of Death Note. I don't know. She's a huge fan of this one. Light is L once after he died. Yeah, it all gets it's very stupid. Anyway, the detective guy that I liked and dies halfway through for bullshit reasons. Stupid. You cosplayed as Light Yagami once. That's where your Death Note Insane replica comes from. Very cool. Very cool. I went to Comiket in Tokyo when I lived there. That was awesome. Monsieur, write your own name in the Death Note to die after 3 weeks, and also write that you will kill all of your enemies without knowing doing. You did it in 2 weeks, and erase your name in the last week. Boom, death. Dragonland! Screams Damburger. Yes, you know it. That's the stuff. Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman. Cheers to them. Note loophole. Yeah, well, again, as with any of these things, there's always these massive, massive loopholes in the Death Note stuff as well as everything else. You want Kick Ego from Magnum Opus in YouTube video to be memorized. Bully owned the fight me to get easy. I have no idea what any of that means, but cool. Moth, you don't want opinions and tips and tricks. You want a mob, admit it. No. No. I mean, I always remember, what's that? One of my favorite sayings. The IQ, or the average intelligence of a mob is the IQ of its smartest member divided by the number of people in the mob. So yeah, no mobs, please. Genius, hello. Luke Cocker, detective is L, and he dies about 2,000 years. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm thinking of. L and Light, and he's got confused in my head because they both begin with L, and you know, it's just. But yes, you don't even care about spoilers anymore. Again, it's so old at this point. It's so old. It's like not knowing how Neon Genesis Evangelion ends. Or Akira, or Ghost in the Shell. I mean, if you watch anime and read manga and things like these, are just things that you know. Anyway, the Sandman series is better. Controversy. Alright, so, yes, we'll put that pros and cons list off to one side for now. So, as far as making the best of a bad situation goes, basically just do what you can. If you do enjoy Limited Arena, make use of that. If you enjoy Draft Arena, then great. Do Draft Arena every day because it's a 24-hour cycle on that one. And then just get friends to trade gem tickets with you. Then if you want to burn gems, just look through each of the boosters and see which one has the greatest chance of giving you something that you can sell. At the moment, it's probably the latest season booster, because if you're lucky enough to get a Lilith, you can sell her for anywhere between like 1.5 to 2.5 million, I'm hearing. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically... The main problem with this update is with all previous updates, I've always had like a plan. Okay, here's how you get gems, here's how you get the gold, and here's what you do with them. And this point is like, well... You can get gems in a few different ways, but there's not really anything to spend them on. But you need to spend them on something in order to sell those things on the market. But it's hard to get a hold of good stuff, and the market prices are dropping now anyway, because cards are getting harder to come by, so people are willing to spend less money on them. So it's all kind of spiraling downwards a little bit. Miss Yuri, you need to watch Ghost in the Shell. You absolutely do. It's one of those classics. By the way, S is so OP. Advantage plus 3 damage on opponent's cards. Disadvantage plus 1 damage on my HP. It does add up, actually. I mean, people were like, oh my god, S is the best thing ever. But they've kind of like scaled back a bit now from it, because that extra 1 HP damage does add up. She's still super powerful, don't get me wrong. One of my favorites. But yeah, not as bad as people originally thought. So many guesses. Yeah, I got 9 messages on my thing, yeah. Izanami is more OP before the net. Yeah, prior to her nerf, yeah. Nerf Hammer on S very soon, possibly, but you think you would have expected her to be nerfed at the same time as Izanami, but she wasn't. Lilith's price has dropped to 1.3 million now. Okay, fair enough. Good. 1 to 1.2. You think deflation's coming? Yeah, I mean, most cards are dropping now because gold is harder to come by, so people just can't spend that much anymore. Every card is losing value. Yeah, you're so close to grabbing 1.2 after the update. The price is very fishy. Upload or change your ability like plus 3 damage on each other's cards, plus 1 damage on each hero's HP. It's pointless. Because if you give the same person the exact same advantage as you give yourself, then it evens out to 0. It's a zero sum is what it's called. So So yeah. Majin, yes, but $1 million is harder to earn now. Yeah, so people are less willing to spend $1 million, so prices are dropping. Yeah. Monsieur, same gems. It's the Mabinogi Great Depression. We all gotta wait for the next collab and try to sell those cards while everyone is doing the same, and no one will ever make gold ever again. Ah! And everyone's saying hello to that. Hello to that. Who spends $1 million for one card? A lot of people will spend way more than $1 million for one card. I mean, there are people who spend what, like 5 million on Urgent Arrest, and I mean, it's like 8 million for a Manza, Black Beans, and things like that. I mean, some of these cards are ridiculously priced, but people do spend it. Light Elf Hero Triss. There was one point where that was going for like 4 million. Not anymore, obviously, but at one point. Me, you paid 1 million for your Lilith. No regrets. One good thing about the update, Lukaku, do tell. You spent 2 million on Skathak. Yeah, Skathak used to have a solid 3 million price point. More Daniels. Yeah. Damburger, if you knew this update was coming, you would have hoarded gold. Yeah, I think all of us would have. Daniel referred to you as Magnum. Change your DP for recognition. That would be helpful. Lukaku, you'll manage to sell your BLZ cards for a higher price than expected. Fair enough. Hopefully, anyway. Again, prices are dropping across the board because gold's getting harder to come by now. We'll see. Tibo, you spend max 300,000 for Jurgen. Yeah, that's fine. Jurgen's not massively expensive. Monsieur, you give an adult favor for Desert King, but no more than 500,000 gold. You don't price your body very highly, Mr. Zero. Yeah, Desert King's cool. I have the Desertification spell, but I don't have Desert King. Skathak is insane. Yeah, Skathak's a good card. Not as powerful as she used to be, but definitely a solid card. Lukaku, to be honest, you'd sell yourself as a slave for a special edition Akora. Okie dokie. Q, people in the chat taking you up on that offer. And give 10 million gold plus your account password. Okay. I'm a little bit concerned about this person in your mind who not only takes and owns slaves, but is also really interested in playing Mabinogi Duel. So, I'm just saying, I've got 10 things notified. Okay, so a gift from Pegasus. Thank you very much. A gift from Miss Zero. We'll get on to that. Miss Zero. Thank you very much. And QB, thank you very much for all those gifts. I appreciate that. Yes, okay, we'll go through all of these. Okay, hold on. How many organs would Namanza cost? Tibo, you won before very bad Lilith, but you never spend 1 million for one card. Every time who got millions cost for cards, never sold any. Tibo, there's a lot of cards that you can only buy for more than 1 million gold. Some cards you will not be able to spend less than 1 million on. Moth, speaking of the cards you just mentioned, and then nothing else. Ash, what's my opinion on S the card? Pretty crap. I wouldn't use it personally. Lukaku, you might not be alone in your head. Okie doke. Well, at least you've got company. Gives you someone to always have a intelligent conversation with, right? Tibo, so many crystals. Yes, people are very generous to me. I do appreciate it very much. Daniel, shouldn't we be grateful for DevCat? The SE cards are in their damn swimsuits. Luffencia showing her sexy side, man. Yes, people have been asking for Luffencia in a swimsuit for a very long time. Moth, will I look at this deck real quick? Sure, let me just grab that. Okay, Slothwall, Hunter Piole. Alright, so what do you got? Kadir's Flying Sword, Magic Missile, Harvest Mandragora, Goblin Bomb Squad Nature, Hunt, Fireball Dark, Desertification, interesting, Cursed Doll, Grave of Grudges +1, Golden Garden Apple Tree, Casanova Mask, and Hunter Piole. That is one freaking weird deck, dude. Yeah, that is bizarre. That is really, really weird. I mean, I'm not seeing the obvious plan. Honestly, Grave of Grudges I'm always worried about because it takes so long to pay off its own cost. Desertification is kind of a charge punish, but you're not running Phantom of the Wolf, so I don't know what you're using Desertification for, because there's an equal chance of screwing you as your enemy if you don't use a buff card. Harvest Mandragora's in there. You're buffing your mana, but your highest cost mana card is only 4? Yeah, not really sure what you're doing with it, but I'm sure you have a plan. As you miss hero, you must have slaves and force them to play Mabinogi and steal a certain amount of cards they don't and sell them for gold for your account. This is the only way for gold. It's for gold, of course. Tibor, give me PLA, please. You know, it's meant to be used with the Izanami hero. She's not great anymore. She hurts your creatures as well as your enemies now, which is unfortunate. Defensia, number one waifu in MD. Come at you. Yep. It has PLA. PLA makes anything meta. PLA is a very good card. Michael, I guess one of the things you can spend your time on the game now is doing the random daily quests. Yeah, you can. Which... Why Grave Grudges? It's my question. I won't come at you, man. Let her come to us instead. We don't fancy sharing. Okay, it's getting a bit dark. Well, a bit adult. Michael, your 3 quests right now yield 17, 9, and 10 gems. Good. Well, I hope they're for stuff that you enjoy. I mean, I had one that offered 15 gems, but it was to win 4 draft missions. And I was like, nope, don't want to. Moth, haven't quite figured it out yet. Okay. Becca says, PLA cannot put the skeleton into the deck. I don't know what that means, but okay. Grave of Grudges is super strong with all that HP. Yeah, but I mean... They throw out a card that, I mean, obviously it can be killed with a command hunting and so on and so forth. It sits there, it takes some damage, but it needs to gain 3 grudges before it pays for its own cost. It needs to gain 4 grudges before it gives you 1 extra dark resource. It lives forever. It really shouldn't. Apart from anything else, most people will just like snag it off you if they think it's going to be a problem. They'll either kill it with a command hunting or a drag to hell, or they'll just take it with like a Casanova's Mask or something like that, or just transform it. You may want a big dark creature, maybe. It's a weird deck. Probably can scrap it. Yeah, it's a very weird deck. I've got no idea. Looking at it, I have no idea how it worked, but you know, doesn't mean that it can't work. Tibor, you got for Senpai Arcadean save 17 crystals. Excellent. Thank you. I mean, I've seen some really, really weird decks that actually somehow work. So, one card that always intrigued you is Devil's Clock. Yeah, if there was a way of manipulating that properly, that'd be great, but unfortunately there isn't. Okay, I'm going to go through these gems and just quickly grab them. A gift from Twilight. Thank you very much, Twilight. So many of these. I'm going to keep these gift coupons. I'm not going to use them right now because then I need to go through this whole big thing of handing them back and doing this whole thing. So, yes, Twilight, you will be getting 10 gems back from this. Miss Zero, you'll be getting 3 gems back from this. And then I'll spread the others out. Future Mods, you just really wanted to make a deck with Desertification and the Golden Garden Tree, which is fine. Both of them are good cards, honestly. I like Desertification, but if you're going to be running Desertification, you need to run something that can take advantage of its multiplication thing. Mist, if they nerf Lilith, all they need to do is remove the parts where it goes off upon summon. Most people will be able to respond. Yeah. I mean, well, then people would stop using her. I mean, this is the thing. She's a gimmick card, and she's useful just because of that one ability. Take that ability away from her, she's no longer useful. It's the on-summon that makes her good. Take it away, and she doesn't have the HP to survive until the following turn, so nobody will run her. Don't nerf Lilith. Buff other cards. Yeah, don't nerf any card. Buff all other cards. That would be nice. That would be the best way of doing it. You don't really want to nerf cards. It's never a good idea. Nerfing should always be the last thing that you do to a card. If the meta is unbalanced, then either you release some new cards to rebalance the meta, or you buff existing cards so that they can deal with rising meta gimmick cards better. But nerfing a card, decreasing the power of a card, should be the last thing you do. Apart from anything else, it pisses everybody off who spent good money getting it. George, you thought you heard Arcadian rap for a second. Desertification and multiplication. Don't make me rap. Nobody wants to hear that. Imagine it's like it starts counting each round as the count matches someone's HP, it will kill it. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool card. If you could manipulate its HP properly, that would be fantastic. If there was a card that allowed you to set the HP to a particular number or something like that, would be really, really interesting. But Mist, bring back your waifu. We need more Lady Share cards. Absolutely, we definitely need more Lady Share in the game. I mean, Botanist Christie, whatever, she's a gimmick. And Detective Christie, I don't care. Christie is a very uninteresting card. Share is fascinating. Bring back Share. Tibor, Lilith is really OP. Maybe fix skill to hypnotize all creatures under HP 20 or so. Maybe. It wouldn't solve the problem, really. Ashcroft is easier for devs to nerf cards. Lazy. Yep. True. That will essentially target any creature in the game. I mean, yeah, it won't target like Dross, so it won't really affect anything. Turn Lilith into Frog or capture her using Capture or Casanova's Mask always works. Yeah, I mean, there's ways of dealing with Lilith. If whoever's seen my last video will see that I beat Lilith using, like, PLA, Skeleton, Fiery Zealot, and an Elf or something like that. Or Kidir's Flying Sword, not a Skeleton. I mean, it was like a lot of tiny little chip damage cards, and I still beat a Lilith Nereva deck. It's not impossible to deal with them. Lilith Nereva. It's just annoying, because it's all the time. You got yesterday the book to morph all share. The Vanished Thieves book. I love that book. I used to run that a lot in the daily missions, and a little bit for fun in, PvP, like bronze. I'd put 3 decks up, and one of them would be the Vanished Thieves book, and I'd just use the Vanished Thieves book to get myself up into silver, and then I'd switch into my proper decks. Can't do that now. Just once you climb to a certain point on the monthly ladder, that's it for the month, No more fun decks. But you're the Magnum, and the other Daniel is Atheraxia. Too many Daniels. No. Damburger, did PLA ever die to Fiery Zealot effect? It did before it got buffed, weirdly. When PLA was first released, it would die to Golden Bomb Squad and Fiery Zealot's effect, and then they buffed it like a week later, so it didn't anymore. Which just made everyone super happy, as you can tell. Capture Casanova is not a counter to Lilith. Materio is a hard counter. Depends on where she's placed, but yeah. Materio is a solid way of dealing with her. Use Double Gang of Trauma to remove confusion of Daniels. Miss Zero, what if we have a friend of Share and the effect was whenever a Dark Cat would disappear, she resummons it, a random Share in that place, and sends the original Share back to hand without grave cost? I would love that card. Oh my god, I would love that card. Materio doesn't get obliterated by Lilith. Yeah, his point is that if Lilith gets played, you keep the Materio in your back pocket, and then you play Materio, and Materio will wipe out Lilith, as well as any other Lilith that she summons. Lukakra, you want slightly buff Linker Elven Kier? Yeah, you could do with a little bit of a buff. I wouldn't mind that. Tiboy, you can beat Lilith and Nereva with waiting and not fill up your battlefield. Yeah, so it's long, but as you didn't know, run Lilith Nereva is very hard. Yeah, I mean, Lilith Nereva, it's a pseudo gimmick. It's a fairly easy deck to run. But yes, if you know that it's coming, and is generally obvious because they're going to run Darkness and Mana, and they're going to try to keep a hold of Darkness, then it's not too difficult to counter. It's just boring, is the thing. I mean, a veteran is not going to really have that much difficulty countering Lilith Nereva, but it's boring to constantly go up against them. Damburger, I think it still should, for what it's worth. PLA die to the Fiery Zealot Golden Bomb Squad effect? I think it should as well. But it doesn't. I think what should happen is that PLA should land, he should activate his effect, and then any effect should activate, and then he returns to hand. I mean, if they change PLA to if he kills a creature, returns to hand at the end of the turn, that would be good. Miss Zero, did I get any of the new skins? I haven't gotten around to it yet. It's a question of just jumping into a fight, forfeiting, jumping out, jumping into a fight, forfeiting, and it's boring. So I'll do it some evening while I'm watching a TV show or something. I'll just have it on the background, just forfeit. Imagine a Delm then next time he gets transformed into the one-shot. He doesn't get transformed because he kills Lilith with his effect, and then every other Lilith that she then clones is also killed by his effect. Maybe. It's not necessarily. If there's a creature to the left of Lilith who has more than 16 HP, that will survive. Lilith will clone herself onto that one, and then that won't die to Materio's effect. So Materio is not a hard counter to Lilith, but he's a decent. He's fine. He's an okay counter. Lilith and Nereva is more cancerous for you. Yeah, last time Lilith turned 5 monsters of yours and Nereva got 8 charges. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Whenever you see somebody with mana and darkness, assume these days that they're running Lilith Nereva and never flood your field. Never have more than 2 creatures out on it at any one point, and try to keep just 1. And that way you don't give them enough charge. And you have a lot of low-cost spells. Again, just watch the last video that I did, Casanova's Mask. That's a fairly decent example of just how most people will deal with Lilith Nereva. Lukakrai, a slight buff to Elven Kier, aka improving by 2 its damage dealing ability, maybe it's reduced its cost by 1, would provide a hard counter to Lilith decks. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a hard counter. The problem with Lilith is that she, clones herself whenever she dies. So it's not a hard counter because it doesn't shut it down. A hard counter to Lilith is freeze summon, for example. That's a hard counter to Lilith because that just completely shuts her down. There is nothing a Lilith can do about that if it gets snagged by the freeze summon. But yeah, I mean, Linker Elven Kier, if he was buffed a little bit, could be decent against him. I mean, a lot of cards are fine against Lilith Nerva. Imagine you use Lilith Nerva. I know, it's shocking. But because you like Lilith, it's not your fault. She synergizes so perfectly with Nerva. Yeah, I mean, if you enjoy using the cards, use the cards, by all means. Just know that every time you play it, your opponent is rolling his eyes and going, oh, good job. Moth, you tried to follow my advice. What do I think? Okay, let me see. Okay, let's see. Kadir's Flying Sword, Hidden Spider, Notira's Needle, Skeleton, Mukro Agesco, Firebolt, Phantom of the Wolf, Command Hunting, Vampire, Desertification, Golden Garden, Apple Tree, and Ice Spear. Okay, here's the problem. You've got Golden Garden, Apple Tree in there, but you've got no gold, so it's not going to summon anything. So, yeah. Apart from that, it looks good. Tibo, a lot losing now. I get Lilith, so I create Lilith and Nerva deck. Yeah, many real players left to summon them. Much easier for you to win with that deck. Yeah, because it's a gimmick deck and people hate running up against it. And most people are doing this now. They're like, oh, well, Christ, if everyone's using Lilith Nerva, I guess I'll use Lilith Nerva. Kedge, PLA should only refund half the cost. Cost effectiveness is PLA's advantage. Yep, that would be fine, yeah. Lucarcry, this one's looking good, yep, not too bad. Again, the Golden Garden Apple Tree, you have to have 4 or more gold at the beginning of the turn to summon another Golden Garden creature, so you have to have gold in there, otherwise the Golden Garden Apple Tree is just going to sit there, but otherwise, good. Daniel, you have the same Casanova Mask as my last video, very solid deck indeed. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a very cheap chip damage deck, but it killed the Lilith Nerva combo, so hey. Tibo, PLA is a pain, a very good counter for Lilith, but you can't get a full battlefield because as Nerva had +6 energy, it's really crazy and hard win. Yeah, PLA is not great against Lilith. PLA doesn't kill Lilith, doesn't kill Nerva. It's not a great counter. PLA is good to have on your side if you're running Lilith Nerva, but yeah. Maja, when you smell a veteran against you, switch to 9's deck, which is more tricky. Yeah. Miss Zero, you want a card with the effect, if transformed by opponent's effect, transforms into its second, stronger form instead. That would be fantastic. That would be awesome. Like Super Saiyan. Lucarcry, levels 1 and 2, Ilvan Kier instas Lilith, but it misses on the kill level 3 by 2 points. When Lilith transforms Nerva into her, it's easy to remove it. Yeah, I mean, that's if there's only Nerva and Lilith out onto the field. Again, it's not considered to be a hard counter, right? Because you need to play Linker. Linker would kill Lilith. If only Nerva was on the field, then Nerva gets turned into Lilith. Then you spend more resources removing Lilith. At that point, you've countered it, but you've also spent a shitload of resources. So it's not considered a hard counter. It is a potential counter, but it's not a hard counter. A hard counter is something that just shuts something down. Just boom, done. Margin 9 is fantastic. She's so fun. She's a lot of fun. Absolutely. Pegasus, Lin was deprived of PLA's work. Yes, I know everyone's using PLA. Nobody's using Lin. It's very sad. Nobody's using Hibiki either. And Hibiki's a really good card, but why use him when you can use PLA? Tibo, are you waiting for a card that is immune to transformation? Yes, that would be interesting. Depending on the HP of the card, that could be really, really cool. That could be very, very cool. Incidentally, this has been making its rounds a bit recently. So speaking of transformation, in case anybody wasn't aware, because there's like the SE Blue Knight is out. If you have a Beastkin out onto the field and you try to use Bestial Fruit on the Beastkin, the Blue Knight pulls the Bestial Fruit over to herself and she will actually transform into a beast. It's a bug, but it's fun. So if you enjoy using Beastkin decks, use it before it gets patched out. Tibo, PLA is very rare. She's rarely in shop. Yeah, it's because she gets bought immediately. Everyone wants a PLA. Upload, praise the Vampire Count Bronte, so much fun. Surprisingly good card, Bronte. Yeah. We did a live stream where I created a deck out from scratch based around Bronte, and we actually managed to beat a lot of people, some veteran players as well. Majan, ill aggressor, you can't target her. Spell transformation. She's not immune to transformation though because you can use Mukro Algesco on her. Moth, what kind of beast does she turn into? I'm getting conflicting reports. I haven't tested that myself yet. I probably should. I have all the cards. But I'm getting conflicting reports. Some people say it turns into the beast that the original character would have turned into, and some people say that she turns into a random beast. Lukaku, Elven Cure plus Holy Missile, assuming there's only Lilith and Nerve on the field, which is likely considering how costly those two cards are, is 11 resource cost, while Lilith and Nerva is about 15. So it's a reliable counter. I'm not saying it's not a reliable counter. I'm saying it can be a counter, but it's not considered a hard counter. It's a very specific term in TCGs. There's counter, soft counter, and hard counter. Linker and Holy Missile would probably be considered a soft counter because it's a two-stage counter process. Uses up a lot of resources which you may not have, and relies on a particular thing occurring, which is that only Nerva and Lilith are out on the field. Because if Lilith transforms any other creature into herself and leaves Nerva alone, you haven't cured shit. You've just made the problem worse because now you're down, you know, eight resources, whatever it is. So it's a soft counter. But yeah, I mean, it still counts as a counter. Yeah. I'm just very picky with language. Imagine, doesn't Nerva shut down Holy Missile? If Lilith has turned Nerva into herself, which is what she does when she dies, then she won't counter the Holy Missile because she won't exist anymore. Mist is based on the beast it would turn into. Yeah, I'm hearing like 75% of people are saying it's based on the beast it would, the original creature would turn into, and then 25% of people are coming back to me and going, no, actually it's random. So, Will, I remember the Steel Dragon deck I did. Yeah. I enjoyed that deck. That was a fun deck. Tibbo, can Holy Spear kill energy resurrect monsters? It can kill them, but they'll resurrect themselves. Lukaku, let's test it right now. We could do, yeah. Damburger, my god, resetting the quest costs 5,000 golds. They really want to drain the gold out. Yeah, I think I mentioned that like way back when, yeah. You can rotate the quests, but it costs a lot and there's no way of getting gold. Lukaku, Lilith would have been fine if they didn't nerf Eldarin, in your opinion. Yeah, but I mean, at that point, you know, half the people are running Lilith Nerva decks and the other half are running Eldarin decks, and everybody else is just pissed. Okay, let's just do a visual demonstration of the Blue Knight glitch. Then, how many? I've got 25, so I got to delete one of these. Let's get rid of this Master Templar Materio deck. I like him, but I haven't used him in a while, and I can always look him back up again. So, build a new deck. Start with the Blue Knight. At least you'd have a little variety. Yeah, you'd have 2 gimmick decks storming around the place rather than just the one. We use the Blue Knight -1, might as well. Tibbo, you sold many cards, now you get 300,000. Cheap cards, anybody can sell you Beastkin Jane. For 300,000? Probably not. But you never know. Price is dropping rapidly all the time. Bestial fruit. Or can you trade from any? You can probably trade for some. No sub battle yet, Neon. Not yet. We're going to be experimenting with this thing. I am going to use Beastkin David because that's my name. Let's go with we'll just go with the standard one. Okay, and then we'll just throw in some extra cards. So, I don't know, it's great. It doesn't really matter. Let's see, Holy Missile, Trap in the Castle, Surprise Attack. Let's do that. Holy Missile, because we're just basically, because we're going, we're going up against the Cat Merchant, and he's annoying, so we want to play defensively. There's a Surprise Attack. Where's the Trap in the Castle? I should probably just type it in, shouldn't I? It's much easier. Trap. Let's pick Bizarre card. Well, we're only going to be doing this... That's all worn out. We're only going to be doing this up until the test. I'm not actually going to finish off the fight. So that's fine. Boop. And blue. Does the same happen with Beast Calming Incense? I would assume so, yeah, if the Bestial Fruit... The weird thing is, the Bestial Fruit, you can target anybody with it, but if it targets a non-beast, it just fizzles out. So, it shouldn't work on Blue Knight. She should redirect it to herself, but then it should just fail. I'll take that as well. And let's just grab some Ice Spear. We don't have any AoEs. Why not test against another player? Yeah, I could do. Sure. Go into ranked arena with this test deck. No. Anyway. If I was going to do this in the arena, this trick, I mean, I wouldn't. But if I was going to, then I'd run a different Beastkin. Unfortunately, Beastkin David is the worst Beastkin. It's really upsetting to me on a personal level. Alright, let's grab some command hunting and, I don't know, Cocoon of Evolution, doesn't matter. Basically just going for a very defensive deck because the Cat Merchant pulls out some weird crap. Okay. Blue Knight Tough. Show us my scientist power. No. No, not Cat Shop. Whoops, that's my bad. Again, he's up here, isn't he, friends? Okay. So just basically the plan is we're just going to throw out like a trap in the castle, generate some resources, toss out Beastkin David, Blue Knight, and Bestial Fruit. The easiest way to test is to get it up to level 3. And then I can just go bam, 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 and then that way he doesn't remove anything and cause any nonsense. Oh no, not Grand Elf. I got a new Rainbow Card Mermaid. Rainbow Card Mermaid? Rainbow Mermaid? What is this one? No, it's pointless. We only have enough to remove her. Bye! And that takes us up to being able to level up, which is nice. We can do it first. Blacksmith comes out. We don't give a crap. Okay.
Leveled up to 2. Creature summoned.
Alright, so dude's got basically no resources left. We'll start the test. I'll drop Beastkin David over here and the Blue Knight over here. And he should level up rather than attacking, which he does. Good, so now we can test. Alright, so if this works, she should turn into the variation on the Beastkin David. So we tried to cast it on him. Boom. She snags it, and she turns into Beast David. -1, yeah, -1 because she's a -1. Okay, so there you go. So that's how the trick works, you know, it's bizarre. And then next turn, of course, Beastkin David will turn into Beast David. So, fun, right? If the PvP arena was still a thing, I'd say, you know, I'd probably actually build a deck around this, and I'd make a video about it. But it's not. So there's no real point in trying to run something like this through monthly ranked. And it is a bug, okay? And I'm pretty sure DevCat watches these sometimes. So expect this bug to be patched out in the next update. And we'll just forfeit there, I think. Can I win this? Probably, yes. Screw it, let's win this. The hot girl became a damn wolf. She was always a beast. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Does it turn back into David or Blue Knight? Ooh, well. If we can survive long enough, let's find out. Same thing will happen with the Black Knight, Daniel. I'm actually not 100% sure about that. That's a good question. Alex Brown, I'm going to play Albion now. What's the name of my guild? The name of the guild is the Arcanauts. Arconauts. If you're still playing later on, Brown, let me know. I'll send you a guild invite. Oh, she turns back into Beastkin David, but it's a Beastkin David -1. So she doesn't turn back into a Blue Knight. Ha ha ha. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, what the hell are we doing? So the hot girl turned into me. Awesome. Triple Beastkin Jurgen. Yes, absolutely. Throw that out. I mean, Beastkin Jurgen doesn't really work with mana, but yeah, sure. Go for it. I mean, it's fun, right? It's enjoyable. And again, if you know, a deck based around this little trick could possibly get you up into high gold, even mid-platinum if you were a really good player. But it's obviously, it's not going to do anything in the monthly ranked. It's just not, unfortunately. It's Arcagender Bender Husbando. Oh, you never know, right? Bow chicka wow wow. Miss here, if it works with Black Knight, it's a bug. If it's only Blue Knight, it's just a mistranslation. Yep, could be. Could be. I mean, the Blue Knight thing literally states that she will retarget transformation spells to herself. So, it's either a bug or it is a mistranslation. Either way. Where did the Blue Knight go? Ah, she turned back into this! Ah, it's so good. I was hoping that was going to go into blue and we could have finished off, so... Now I'm going to have to discard. Wah, wah. Matteo, Black Knight snatches any card, so it should work. Well, we can try it. Okay, I mean, quick vote in the chat. Does anybody want me to test this out with a Black Knight now? Or shall we move on to sub-battles? Quick vote! Moth doesn't care, apparently. Don't think we care enough about this bug, fair enough. Lukaku, duel you, you'll test with Black Knight, fine, sure. Okay. Sub, test. Oh. Alright, well, we'll just do very, very quickly with Lukaku. I won't play anything. I withdrew the duel request. I won't play anything, we'll just get to the play as quickly as possible. Black Knight testing, Black Knight testing. Okay, we'll just very quickly do this then. Lukaku will do the thing. I'm not going to play any cards. I'm literally just going to charge up so Luke can just play his cards and just bing bang boom. We should be able to get this done in like 2 seconds.
Opponent chose to charge resource.
It's all going into light. The game wants me to summon Beastkin David.
Opponent accumulated resource. Charged additional resource.
Okay, charging. Okay, good. So Luke's just going to use that to ramp up to level 3 as quickly as possible.
Opponent reached level 2.
I may need to put down like a trap in the castle or something later on if this takes too long, but it shouldn't.
Opponent accumulated resource. Chose to charge resource. Charged additional resource.
Carcride needs some light, yeah. Using a mana Black Knight, apparently. There's no dark resources in there. Yeah, Black Knight +1. Okay. What if Blue Knight transforms when playing Mirror of Truth on Magic Box? That would be broken. Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know if Mirror of Truth counts as a transformation spell. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Okay, so now we should be able to test. Yep, discard into light, play the Beastkin, and play the Bestial Fruit. Alright, here comes the Bestial Fruit. Black Knight snags it, and it gets dumped into the grave. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, the Blue Knight, possibly mistranslation. Possibly mistranslation. Or it's still just a bug. Who knows? Who knows, but that's cool. So, Blue Knight, if you use Bestial Fruit on a Beastkin, will actually transform into it will actually just literally transform into the beast. Which means that if you use Beast Calming Incense on what used to be the Blue Knight, it will work as it would normally, because she's no longer the Blue Knight. Doesn't exist anymore. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Gonna use that for arena, Daniel. Well, good luck with that, because it's a monthly arena, so if you're already high up in the ranks, you're just gonna get your ass kicked. Okay, so let's make a start on the sub-battles then. I'm just gonna write that down. Sub-battles. Okay. Luke, it might have to do with the fact that the Blue Knight only snags transformation cards. Could be. I mean, when they created the Blue Knight card, the only transformation cards were ones that weren't weird. There was no, like, Bestial Fruit. It was just stuff like Turn to Frog and things like that. So they may just have gotten a little bit lazy with the programming and just said, you know, if transform, then transform. rather than running a separate check to make sure she's a viable transformation target. So. Okay, so Neon, no surprise there. Neon versus Luke. And then Daniel versus whom? If it makes anybody more likely to sign up for these sub-battles, okay, Kirito Marksman. Kirito. Okay, we have 2 Daniels. Please sign up with your actual names. I think Daniel Pradana Saputra, I think you're Atheraxia? Or, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think you are. And then there's a Damburger versus the other Daniel. Daniel Josh, we'll say. Moth versus Tibu. Arcadean versus Kinky. Kinky's not playing anymore. Camerai, so Yellow Dragon. I remember that one. Okay. Missed Zero. Wow. Got a lot of people signing up. Okay, so Missed Zero's in. Daniel Josh and Magnum Opus. Magnum Opus. Okay. You vote for Dan versus Dan. No, the first Daniel is going up against Kirito Marksman. Okay, who else? We got Neon versus Lucarcry, Daniel versus Kirito, Damburger versus Magnum Opus, Moth versus Yellow Dragon, and then Mist Zero versus somebody. A lot of people signing up because it's the only place to actually have fun battles now. Okay. Well, I mean, a lot of people are using this as kind of like their swan song. So if it helps anybody summon up the courage to sign up for this, bear in mind, this may be the last scheduled Mabinogi Duel livestream. We have a lot of people leaving, a lot of people going on hiatus. So these may not be worth doing next weekend. So maybe your last chance for a properly scheduled fight. Kedge, it's open. Yeah, it's absolutely open. Yeah, Kedge. Okay, you can fight Miss Zero. Who else wants to fight? Come on, possibly the last scheduled one. I'm not saying it's the last ever Mabinogi Duel livestream, but it'll be the last ever sort of scheduled Sunday one. Maybe. But as I say, I mean, the vast majority of regulars are actually going on hiatus. I mean, Neon said this is going to be his last one. Kengi says he's not going to be doing any more. Moth mentioned that he's probably going on hiatus. A lot of people are leaving, or just. As I say, temporarily going on leave. So, if we lose so many people, then there's not really much point in doing these. Camerai, time to do Overwatch stream. Yeah, we could do that. I haven't played Overwatch in like a couple of weeks now. Get a marksman, you can fight 2 or 3 times if anyone wants to. Well, we'll go through everybody's first fights and then we'll see. It has to be offline? What? Why is everybody saying YouTube stream messed up? Really? It's fine for me. Are we okay now? Good. Mr. YouTube is down. Yeah, it's showing up fine for me. I'll refresh the thing, but let me check. Oh, yeah, live stream offline. Okay, weird. Hold on then. Yeah, YouTube is not down for you. YouTube's going. Oh, it's okay now, is it? That is weird. YouTube's doing some bizarre stuff. It's still down for me. Stream resumed. Oh no, now it's back up again for me. Okay, so yeah, I've no idea what that was. It wasn't even an internet thing. YouTube just decided to stop streaming. This is why I tell people to go onto Twitch if at all possible. Anyway, weird. Lucarcry, would you consider a several win conditions Xerath reversal of time deck gimmick? Depends on what you had, what else you had in the deck, because the thing is, Xerath plus ROT by itself is basically an uncounterable win condition unless, again, you're packing a specific counter form. So it depends on what else you had in the deck. If the rest of the deck was weak enough that it didn't guarantee you being able to get Xerath out on the field, then it probably wouldn't be a gimmick, but otherwise, it probably would be. Dubois again. We can see it live, but it says live stream offline. Again, black stream. Now people are saying it's okay. YouTube is... What is this? Now it's saying, yeah, now it's saying stream complete. What is happening with YouTube right now? Yeah, now it's saying it's offline again for me. Okay. Alright, I apologize to everybody. For some reason, YouTube is just being absolutely bizarre right now. We're going to just take like a little 30-second gap break while I just turn everything off and turn it right back on again. I hate YouTube. I really do. Please, people move to Twitch. YouTube is such crap for streaming. I'll be back in 30 seconds. And I think we're back. I think, anyway, the things, there's like a few seconds delay, so just give me a second while I make sure this works. Why is it saying it's offline now? It's saying it's back online. Okay, no, YouTube's just being weird. I apologize, guys. If YouTube's not working for you, you're gonna have to move to Twitch. It's just being weird. It's not a thing at my end. It's just YouTube is really, really crap for live streaming. So please move across to Twitch. Description thingy is in the link. The link to the Twitch version is in the description box below. I apologize on behalf of YouTube. Okay. Yes, Twitch was down because I was restarting. Yeah. I was hoping to get it all working, but YouTube's going to be up and down, up and down, up and down. So if it's fine for you, by all means, stay on YouTube, but please, everybody else, just move across to Twitch. Okay. Lukaku, YouTube has been working fine for you the entire time. It's on and off for me. It's on and off for other people. I don't know what the hell it's doing. It's a stupid streaming platform. Great for videos. Crap for streaming. Anyway. So, we have Neon versus Lukaku, Daniel versus Kirito Marksman, Damburger versus Magnum Opus, Moth versus Yellow Dragon, Mist Zero versus Kedge. Okay, and Marcus wants to play too. Good. Okay, Marcus, otherwise known as Crassus, I'm pretty sure. Yes, do tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, who else? Your name on Mabinogi is Damburger. D-A-M-N-B-U-R-G-E-R. Okay, who else wants to play? We need at least one more person. We can always double up later, but... let's see. You want to play a bad gimmick deck. Look, I'll cry. Well, your opponent is Neon, so if he's okay with you playing a bad gimmick deck, go let me know, but... Tibbo says, again, seriously, just move to Twitch. Go to Twitch. YouTube's still dead for you, Neon. Yeah, I don't know why. It's weird. Obviously, there's something happening with YouTube servers, and some people's connections are getting interrupted. Go to Twitch. Twitch is stable. Okay. No gimmick, cries Neon. So, sorry, Luke, no gimmick. Maybe you can fight Crassus with your bad gimmick deck. Yes, sad faces from people. Yeah. Stream complete. Stream's not complete. We're just going to have to not archive this stream, I think. Sloth, I was going to say, are you really going to ask Neon if he wants a battle gimmick? Yeah. Tibua, you only see dark screen without sound. Why? Twitch. Tibua, go to Twitch. Twitch.tv. Link is in the description. I'm not going to say this again. Twitch. Go to Twitch. Okay. Daniel Damburger's IGN is Damburger's, exactly the way you typed it. If you can do 2 fights, well, you might go up against Crassus. We got nobody fighting Crassus just yet, so you can fight Crassus possibly. Okay, let's just make a start then. Let's start out with Neon versus Lukaku. Monsieur, I guess YouTube will only get archives now. Yeah, probably. For God's sake, Tibor, I'm not telling you again. You've been told like 8 times already. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we got Neon is online, Lukaku is online. Good. So when you guys are ready, Neon and Luke, let me know in the chat, and then send each other a battle request. And I'll just keep an eye on this for the transitions. Divo, you don't use Twitch? A lot of people don't, but if you want to watch the live stream right now, you're going to have to use Twitch. Unfortunately, YouTube's just being a dick. Daniel Prathana, your opponent is Kirito Marksman. His name is, as you can see, third from the top on the screen right now, Kirito Marks M. Okay. Luke is ready. So we'll just wait on the transition. Just keep refreshing this. Boop, 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 boop. Ba, 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 bum. Why are we waiting? To be a child again and obnoxious. Neon's ready. Good, good. Okay, well, whenever you guys are both, well, just somebody send somebody a battle request. Doesn't really matter who sends who a request, unless you're using S, in which case the first player does have a bit of an advantage. Goat, 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 goat. Good. Transition is occurring. Mato, you're back. Is it too late to sign up for sub-battles? Not at all. Wait until this transition has occurred, and then I will quickly write your name down. You can fight Crassus. Okay, okay, you can go there, so Matteo goes up against Crassus. Good, alright, so we have Neon Works up at the top with 2 mutants and the S hero, and Lukaku down the bottom with the neutral hero, and no mutants. The Damburger, Magnum, add him or ship your handle, please. Okay, so Neon uses the Book of Knowledge to charge up, and Lukaku is dropping a share, which is obviously a good idea. Forces Neon to either, deal with the share or level up. Can't do both. Chooses to deal with it. Removes the share, uses up the removal spell, can't quite level up, so the Book of Knowledge does not give Neon Works the advantage he was hoping for. Again, Neon in a bit of an awkward situation because levels up, takes damage, but chooses to level up anyway, and Lukaku follows suit, does a little bit of damage to Neon Works, +1 thanks to S's ability. Casual transformation bugged the stream, yeah, bugged YouTube. YouTube just couldn't handle it. Twitch was fine, YouTube couldn't deal with it. Drag to Hell comes out, takes care of the Black Spirit. Bit of an expensive removal there, just a little bit, but not too bad, not too bad. Mist Hero, remind you when your battle is, because you're going to be in the monthly arena. Okay, so Mist, yeah, your battle isn't for a little while. We got this one, then 1, 2, 3 more battles, and then it's you. George, good luck with the battles, duty calls. Okay, good luck with the duty. Tibble is betting on Magnum. Okay, if he wins, Magnum gives him Pele. I don't think that's very fair. Bluesy Floozy comes out on the Karkrai side, which is quite interesting. Generally don't see an aggressive Bluesy Floozy. And it is Neon Works' turn. Nice share, says Pegasus, and yes, it was. Well baited. Angel Nevia comes out, intriguing, and a Casanova's Mask to snag the Bluesy Floozy. Now that obviously sets off the air bomb, but Neon is okay with that. Grabs Bluesy Floozy onto his side of the field, and there's Nevia. So, Lukaku has a similar problem, can't target Bluesy Floozy with a removal spell, she'll just summon an air bomb. So let's see what he decides to do. Surprise attack comes out, takes care of the Angel Nevia, which of course doesn't summon anybody because there's no creatures in Neon's grave. Lukaku's second turn, and what does he decide to do with it? Where's my juice? Here's my juice. Ba-ba. Decides to charge up, ready to level up. Ritual of Darkness comes out, which is quite interesting because it's just going to summon onto the air bomb, which of course is just going to hurt himself and it's not going to actually give any resources. So a bit of a misplay there by Neon, forgetting that Bluesy Floozy will resummon an air bomb for whenever she's targeted by a spell. Marcus, who will be your opponent? Your opponent is Matteo, otherwise known as Sermo. Goblin Shredder comes out, weakens the Bluesy Floozy without actually killing it, and Neon levels up to 3. Neon down at 17 HP and Lukaku up at 40, but we have seen comebacks. Both players more or less even for resources. Lukaku obviously 2 more, but level ups will do that. Ooh, out comes the Magic Sensing Bomb. Not a +1, so it's only going to do 8 rather than 10 when it detonates, but that's still a lot of damage, almost half of Neon's current HP. Luke charges up a couple of times, kills the Bluesy Floozy, leaving the Goblin Shredder out onto the field. Neon decides to drop a Aurelius Clover, dropping in front of the Goblin Shredder, and then Ignis coming out onto the field. Neon's got more than enough resources to remove both of those characters, so let's see if he decides to go for it. A Holy Missile, of course, onto Ignis would render Aurelius Clover basically pointless. Yep, out comes the Holy Missile, down goes Ignis, and unfortunately that leaves Aurelius more or less helpless. Turn to Frog comes out onto Aurelius, he's just giving no quarter here as Lukaku, and that's going to be the death of Aurelius. A fairly good resource trade. managing to take care of both of those without any great difficulty. Neon, of course, still does have a lot of mana and a lot of light, so has a lot of answers himself. Decides to charge, and he goes into a darkness. Charges again and goes into light. Does he have a creature to place in front of the Goblin Shredder? He does not. He goes for, ooh, Feathers of Phoenix. That's going to be painful. That's 8 damage. Bang. Out comes Nevia. And, yeah. Okay. It's not ideal, but it's not the worst possible thing. If Nevia dies, then she's basically guaranteed to summon back out Aurelius. But that did hurt Neon a lot. Tibbo, guys, how you chat and play Mabinogi, phone, tablet, PC? I think most people are watching, or like playing on their phone, but watching on their PC. I think. I'm running an emulator, so I'm doing everything on my PC. Luke decides to revive from the grave, damaging himself a little bit, but not too bad. And he brings out a Beastkin Mino. Interesting. Okay, so that's going to take a little bit of while to charge up. He will gain +1 energy whenever a creature dies, so creature has got to die. Now, Neon can remove the Golden Bomb Squad, but he probably doesn't really want to. There's no real point. Nevia is going to kill it. S comes out. Good lord. Interesting. Okay, so that's going to deal a lot of damage. Beastkin Mino is going to get his 4 energy, which will allow him to transform. And Nevia does manage to get 9 damage out onto Lucarii. Mist, you're playing on your phone and Chromecasting on your TV. That's nice. Technology, yay! Moth, you've only ever fought against the S card once. Yeah, you saw a few decks running her back when she first popped up into the boosters, and then abruptly everyone stopped using her. Out comes Flame Emission, takes care of Nevia. That's going to resummon out the Relius Clover, and of course the Ignis. Bingo, bango, and Luke does not have the resources to deal with that now. Ignis, just basically wiping out everybody. Okay, just immediate murder to everyone. So nice. Neon charges up. Luke, you messed up. Oh, that was a bit brutal. Yeah, there we go. So 15 damage comes out there onto Lucarii, and both players are down now at even HP. Tibbo, you can play on your phone, you can watch on PlayStation, but on PlayStation you can't use a live stream chat. It's a problem. Holy Missile comes out, takes care of Ignis, pretty much has to. And a Black Spirit comes out aggressively. That is going to do 8 damage, of course. Not quite enough to kill. Neon works, but obviously Neon doesn't want to take it if he can possibly avoid it. Out comes an Angel of Barrier. Dark -1 brings out the Nevia. That Nevia is seeing a lot of resurrection. So it's certainly not what Neon wants to see resurrected either. Although the 9 attack value is not too shabby at all. Rough stuff, says Moth. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Alright, let's see what Luke decides to do here. He's facing fatal damage from both Aurelius and Nevia. If he kills Nevia, that's just going to summon S back out onto the field, who of course can then do fatal damage. I mean, Aurelius is a safe kill, but doesn't really have the resources to deal with both of them. So that's 2 charges. Is it going to be a 3rd charge? It is. It's a sportsmanlike finish. The Black Spirit does a little bit of damage to Orperia, and it's Neon's turn, who does a very sportsmanlike finish himself. Triple charge, and Aurelius lands the finishing blow, so there you go. As I said, despite the fact that Neon was down at 17 HP to Lucarii's 40 at one point, we have seen comebacks from that situation before, and we just saw one now. Always fun. Not so fun for Lucarii, but still, well played to both players there. Very well done. New versus Neon Resurrection deck is a bit meh for someone that doesn't want to play gimmicks. It's legitimate. It wasn't even like -1 Nevias and or Perias and things. So, biggest misplay of your life. That was a bit of a misplay. Both players making a bit of a misplay there. Neon, obviously, with the trying to Ritual of Darkness, the Bluesy Floozy, just redirecting it, and then Lucarii allowing all those creatures to come back, Ignis to come out, just kill his Mino. Bit unfortunate, but we all have days like that. Okay, good games. Here's Pegasus and kisses both players. Mwah, you masher. Okay, so next is Daniel versus Kirito Marksman. Neon, was it considered gimmick? No. Pure resurrection decks are always considered to be pseudo gimmick, but that wasn't a pure resurrection deck. So, I mean, you know, some people might argue that it was borderline onto the pseudo gimmick side of things, but It's not a gimmick. Orperia was Dark -1. Yeah, the Nevia wasn't, though. And you kind of want Nevia to be -1 apart from anything else. You wanted to have fewer hit points so she dies faster. Anyway, I see the Kirito Marksman. Yes, Kirito Marksman in-game name. That's him right up at the top there. Kirito Marks M. K-I-R-I-T-O-M-A-R-K-S-M. Moth, if he had used a fleet or something, you'd have been a bit annoyed by it. Yeah, if it had been like a Goblin Bomb Squad +1, a Light Elf and Triss Light Elf Hero Triss +1, a Light Wolf King Boro +1 with -1 Nevia, -1 Orperia, and you know Feathers of the Phoenix, then yeah, it would have been a gimmick deck, but. And when it was a bit random because Ignis, the Relius Clover, not a huge threat, very easy to deal with, you know, again with the Holy Missile, and S, not a huge threat in herself either. So, yeah, it's not a gimmick. As I say, I mean, there's possibly a case to be argued that it is a borderline pseudo gimmick, but at that point you're getting so touchy about the things that I'd say it's combo. Kirito Marksman, please accept Daniel's invitation so that you can fight. I know that you're online. I can see you. Already sent? Good. Just wait for him to accept it then. Well, if he hasn't accepted it in a little while, we'll just switch down to the Damburger versus Magnum Opus. Oh, no. Looks like he's responding. Good. Moth, you wouldn't have been upset fighting against it, and you hate fighting gimmicks, and even some pseudo gimmicks, they can be annoying. Kirito Marksman, you accepted. Good. Okay, so Kirito Marksman and Daniel, when you guys are ready, please somebody send somebody a battle request and get to fighting. Good, looks like you're both ready. Excellent. So just gets to fightings. Stefano. I've been playing a lot of Gwent, and I just unlocked Stefan Skellen. So I keep seeing Stefano down the bottom of my friends list and going, Stefan Skellen! Nilfgaard! Ah! Tibbo is cheering for Magnum Opus. It's not Magnum Opus's turn yet, but sure. It's next fight. Neon says YouTube is back to being okay again. Good. Whatever the hell was wrong with it must have been a temporary glitch. I still prefer people to watch on Twitch, ideally. But yeah, I mean, if you're more comfortable on YouTube, by all means. Rank 1, Magnum Opus is your nightmare, is he? Okay. Alright, spectating. Kirito Marksman up at the top with the S Hero and no mutants. Atharaxia down at the bottom with S Hero and 2 mutants. Let's see how this goes. Both players using nature, but apart from that using different resources. Okay, let's see. Discard into nature, so we assume Ambush Vine, and boom, there it is. Comes out onto the elf. Now, because of the S's ability, the Ambush Vine, of course, is going to deal a significant amount of damage to that elf and will murder it long before it gets unparalyzed. Boom, down it goes, and an aggressive Kadir's Flying Sword comes out from Atharaxia. Lychee comes out, takes care of that Ambush Vine, and takes care of the Kadir's Flying Sword. Very nicely played there by Kirito Marksman, leaving Atharaxia in a bit of an awkward situation there. 2 of the enemy's creatures out onto the field. That's going to be 6 damage coming out onto him next turn, unless he can counter them somehow. Damburger starting to get intimidated by the hype around the Magnum fight. Brings out a Vampire, which is interesting, given that Kirito Marksman has enough, well, is running light, so a Holy Missile could immediately take it out. Down it goes, because there's no way, you're not going to drain enough HP off that, and takes 6 damage. In that situation, if you don't have any direct answers to the 2 characters, it's a better idea to charge up your resources, rather than playing a risky card. Moth, you love a good lychee play. Yes.
Your turn now.
Luke, you're disappointed you made such a big misplay, though. Don't worry about it. Everybody makes bad plays from time to time. Atharaxia charges up. And it's 554. Okay, brings out Piole. Boom goes the dynamite. And down goes Lychee. Elf is still out onto the field, so that's going to be 3 damage, taking Atharaxia down to 12 HP. But Kirito Marksman hate Piole so much. Yep, he's a bit of a bane. He's one of those cards you need to build your decks knowing that PLA is a thing. It's a bit unfortunate because the baseline of the game is so power baseline of the game is so low. You tend to find meta-defining cards that everybody needs to build around, so everyone ends up building more or less the same kind of decks. It is a bit of a shame. So I'd love to see some buffs. I'd love to see some older cards just getting some love. You know, do something with the dragons. The dragons are awesome. Do something with the witches and the vampires and the succubuses. Very cool cards, but just no good. Out comes a Witch Cheshire +1 from Ataraxia. Interesting. Because there's nothing for her to transform on the field right now. So Kito Marksman is basically forced to use a removal spell. Can't really play a creature, otherwise it will get snagged by Cheshire. Unless it's a creature he wants to get snagged. But Damburger, PLA sort of meta warping. Yeah. Surprise attack comes out. Down goes Cheshire. Boom. Lukaku, to be honest, you're using decks you created back in the WNB era. Old school, I like it. Damburger finally got one today, so you're sure they'll nerf it tomorrow. I think they're waiting until I make a video that showcases PLA, and then they'll nerf it. That seems to be the pattern so far. Ataraxia revives from the grave, taking himself down to 8 HP. Kito Marksman at 40. But, again, we just saw a comeback, so it's still anybody's game. Both players with a lot of resources. Kito Marksman obviously leading right now in terms of resources. Does a double charge, a triple charge. Okay, playing very defensively. Wants to make sure that always got an answer for whatever Ataraxia does. Probably would have been a better idea to play something aggressively though, just to force a response while Ataraxia only basically had one action because one of the actions had to be used to level up. But Kito Marksman's doing very well regardless, so obviously doesn't need my help. Kito charges up and drops a Ragnar the Blood Edge. Interesting. Generally uses a sort of a tempo aggro card, so you usually see it more around levels 1 and 2 than level 3. It's very expensive and can be countered for much less than its cost. But okay, no, interestingly, Ataraxia's... okay, goes for the skeleton, goes for the Casanova's Mask. A nice counter to a Ragnar the Blood Edge there. Nice. Kemenai. Meanwhile, Ark has 17 messages after taking his previous ones, yes. Capture comes out, snags Ragnar the Blood Edge. Still leaves the skeleton open though, so Lukaku, which means Ark won't do any PLA showcase videos. Out comes Bang! Shishigami, I like it. Arathusa, did you miss something? You missed quite a lot actually. We talked about the update and we've gone through a sub-battle so far. So let's see what Ataraxia decides to do here. Drops a Vampire mana +1. Snags Ragnar's health. Now he has to be able to capitalize on that, of course, because Ragnar can just heal himself back up again. A Hunt comes out onto Bang! Shishigami. And what will he do for his last turn? He decides to charge up. Okay, so 8 damage comes through, +1 onto Kito Marksman, and Ragnar the Blood Edge drains some HP off Ataraxia. Paralyzing Bullet comes out. That's going to damage the Vampire. Kito revives from the grave, taking 7 damage. And let's see. Neon, is CGC cards fully released now? Yes, apart from the CGCP and the mutants. Yeah, it's fully released. And Ragnar drains the HP back off the Vampire, taking himself out of KO range of the Vampire. Which is paralyzed anyway. You missed Arcadean eating live on camera. Yes, I had some. It's all gone now. Mask too strong. Yeah, Mask is basically the new betrayal / capture. If you're running mana, run Mask. Arathusa, yes, I'm afraid. Yeah, CGC is basically it's finished now. Apart from CGCP and CGC mutant cards, those haven't been released yet. But the normal CGC is finished. Tsubaki Yayoi comes out onto the field and charges up her energy. Ragnar drains a little bit of HP off the Vampire. There we go. No, says I don't know what he eat all fatso. Okay. Tsubaki Yayoi gets captured onto Ataraxia's side of the field, and out comes a Witch Cheshire +1 and a Fireball to finally deal with that Ragnar. The 8 damage +1 comes out from the Vampire mana +1, and Tsubaki charges herself up. Miss Zero, they should make Platinum's wand cards cost 2. Yeah, currently there's no reason to use the wand. Outcomes: a flame emission kills 2 of the creatures, leaves Tsubaki alive at 4 HP. Outcomes: the elf played aggressively, and Tsubaki's ability activates, bang, bang, boom, 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 but not quite enough to kill the elf, so Ataraxia needs to deal with that immediately, otherwise that is fatal damage right there. Both players running very low on resources, Ataraxia with a slight lead, but it's going to have to spend some now in order to take care of that elf. Charge into nature, a drop into nature, and out comes Piole! Yay! Everyone's favourite! And Tsubaki continues to charge herself up. Kirito Marksman's turn. Let's see. Ooh, calculated so fast. Says Tibois. Let's see. Kirito Marksman in a bit of an awkward situation here. Can't really afford to bring out any creatures because, you know, Tsubaki's just going to murder them. But doesn't really have the resources to remove her and keep in a decent position yet either. So perhaps a double charge here would be the best idea. Ataraxia's got nothing on the field. Out comes a holy missile. Okay. And down goes that poor little Tsubaki. Ataraxia now leading quite significantly in terms of resources, but still not with enough to do, you know, whatever he wants. Still running a little bit low, well, very low on Dark and Mana. Doing okay for nature, though, of course, thanks to that Piole. So, Kirito Marksman's turn after Ataraxia goes for a big charge. Now, no arrows of revenge here, but if Kirito Marksman was really cheeky and put a slap in there, this could be his game. Not that anybody ever does. A couple of charges there and a third charge. Okay, so just trying to regain some resource parity there, trying to make Ataraxia perform the first move so that he can deal with it. And Ataraxia does. Out comes the Kadia's Flying Sword, draining the mana resources all the way down to 0. And out comes Skeleton. Very aggressive play there by Ataraxia. Kirito Marksman has a Flame Mission. He can remove all of that, of course, but you know, very painful resource-wise. Missed. Hunter Piole is the people's unwanted champion. He just wants to help everyone, but people hate him for being too heroic. Exactly. The Damburger. What do the 5 fingers say to the face? I don't know. What do the 5 fingers say to the face? Neon, you have to go to sleep now. Early for work tomorrow. Okay, well, pleasant dreams. Thanks for stopping by the stream. And, yeah, good luck at work tomorrow. And out comes that Flame Emission, as predicted. Dropping the resources down quite low. But with that double charge, both players are now back to being more or less equal. In terms of resource. So let's see. Ataraxia charges up and he goes into darkness, which helps balance out his resources a little bit better. Another charge which goes into nature. He's got more than enough of that. And one more charge which again goes into nature. Slot is Damburger the new stream owner? I don't think so. Why does he have a crown? Oh, because he's Twitch Prime, I assume. Man, I feel old, no one gets a Chappelle show. I don't like Dave Chappelle's comedy, unfortunately. I really liked him in Men in Tights, but I don't like his stand-up. Okay, see you in 8 hours, Neon. See you on the Discord. Okay, so both players trying to just charge up, charge up, charge up. Let's see. I mean, it's difficult. Okay, Pirate Domingo comes out. An interesting play there. Drains the gold resources completely. An interesting play. And an interesting card. Now comes Bang! Shishigami. So, the Pirate Domingo, fairly pointless play because Piole is just going to remove that immediately. But Bang Shishigami, quite interesting. Neon is going into his incubation chamber for 8 hours. Yes, he's going to power down. Hunt comes out, takes care of Bang Shishigami, and then he goes, Tiwo, sleep is wasting. We vampires are not sleeping, just relaxing in the coffin. Kicking back with a good book. And plays the charging up again. Doming Best Man. Oh. Okay, so both players back to playing it defensively. This is a really sort of drawn out grudge match, this one. Both players looking for an opening, looking for an opportunity to land fatal damage. Mato, he dies to anything, but he's still cool. You corrected doming as doming. Do you mean? Oh, Domingo, there you go. Third time's the charm. Domingo, yeah, he's a fun card. Yeah, dies to everything though, but yes. Doming Best Man, one of the most controversial superheroes. Your O doesn't work. Fair enough. Outcomes of an aggressive vampire, which is very interesting because, again, you just generally don't see that. But Ataraxia banking on the fact that Kito Marksman has no way of removing a 13 HP creature easily. A discard into nature, which is quite interesting. He's got enough resources for another capture, should one be necessary. Out comes a paralyzing bullet. That's going to take Vampire down to 7 and paralyze him. And the elf comes out playing aggressively. Out comes the ambush vine. So the ambush vine is going to murder that elf. So Kito Marksman not in a great situation here. The vampire is paralyzed right now, but the ambush vine is just going to keep walloping into that elf. He doesn't want to take the time. Okay, interesting. Alright, okay, he's going for the Arrow of Revenge because of the 6 grave cards, and the Ambush Vine is going to land fatal. Well played there by both players. Okay, and we're back. That time it was my internet's fault, apparently. I apologize. Down it went. Fortunately, we didn't miss anything from the battle, so yay for that, I guess, right? Thank heavens for small mercies and all that sort of thing. Okay, so Moth, you want that as a card? Which card on the live stream image with the flute in the hat? You want that as a card? Yeah. You're not. Well, you never know. DevCat might be nice. Might be nice to decide to give it to. Possibly not though. Okay, so yes, apologies for that little break there. Scottish internet connection, gotta love it. So next up is the Damburger versus Magnum Opus. It's back. So neither one of you are apparently online. I'm pretty sure I've got both of you on my friends list. Yes, it's okay now. So yes, Damburger and Magnum Opus. Just gonna double check that I do have you guys. There's no reason why I wouldn't, but then every so often people just get deleted off my friends list for no freaking reason. Yep, there's Damburger. Not online. Or as a hero. Yeah, that would be nice. Okay, Magnum Opus, you're here. Good, good. Just waiting on Damburger to get online then. Daniel is cheering for Daniel. No surprise there. Daniels of a feather flock together. Yep, Damburgers are online. Good, 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 good. Okay, so when you guys ready, just somebody send somebody a battle request and we will get to fighting. And then after that is Moth versus Yellow Dragon, then Miss Zero versus Kedge, and then Marcus versus Mato. Let's see if we can get... Oh good, looks like the transition is coming. Kedge, who are you fighting? You're fighting Miss Zero.
Magicians and summoners, the duel will start now.
Alright, Magnum Opus up at the top with the new Fene skin. Excellent. And Damburger down the bottom. Magnum Opus with 1 or 2 mutants. It's impossible to tell with Fene. And Damburger opens with an aggressive Kadir's Flying Sword. Let's see. Moth, you haven't fought Yellow Dragon in quite a while. Oh, that emoji, not the one you wanted. Well, you should go on to Twitch, shouldn't you? They have better emojis. Magnum Opus' turn, he decides to charge. Not going to deal with that Flying Sword. Interesting. So no paralyzing bullet, we have to assume, in gold. Let's see. Miss Zero, Kedge would like to know your in-game name. Magnum Opus Sob, this is unfair. And a discard into mana, quite interesting. So it could be free summon, could be counterspell, could be anything. It's a counterspell. Out it goes and snags that command hunting light, allowing the Kadir's Flying Sword to continue to just punch away at the poor little Fene. Moth, Twitch went down first, but yeah, you go back now. Yeah, wow. I think Twitch has a bit less of a delay, so I mean they technically went down at the same point in the stream, I think. IGN missed 0, and there it is for you, Kedge. Daniel, play dirty, eh? Because of the PLA. The O is the number 0, so it's MYSTZER 0, not O. Good lord, sorry about this. Okay, out comes the Golden Garden Cat, which we just haven't been seeing very much in people's decks, but it's still a lovely little kitty. Out comes Taunt, and failed since your creature has no creature. Your opponent has no creature of this type. Okay. That's a shame. Out comes the Light Elephant +1. I'm sad, sniff, Magnum Opus. Yes, that's a shame. Not really sure what the not really sure what the plan was, but I assume it would have been cool. Anybody willing to sell Lukakare a cheap Piole? Doubt it. Why did Taunt fail? Yeah, I'm not... Because possibly the creature with the highest HP cost is already on the field. Casanova's Mask comes out and snags that Golden Garden Cat. That's going to work out quite nicely for Magnum Opus. Only he still has to deal with Arcadean's Flying Sword. And Damburger had 666, which he then used to summon a second Golden Garden Cat. And Casanova's Mask back his first Golden Garden Cat. So yes, number of the beast seems to be quite appropriate there. Magnum Opus discards a card into the grave. So are we going to see an Ice Spear? No, we're going to see a Master Seducer Casanova, which is quite interesting. Snags the Golden Garden Cat and blocks the other Golden Garden Cat. Okay. I think we'll a Garden Cat, Elephant and Garden Cat only, maybe. Hail Saban, publishers of Power Rangers. Okay, so, ooh, ouch. Raging Flame is slowly burning and takes care of both of those creatures. Damburger really not giving any quarter here. Daniel, nobody will sell a Luke because PLA max price is 100,000 gold. It's 160,000 gold, actually, but yes, close enough. And it's too cheap, yeah. Kadir's Flying Sword comes out in front of the Light Elephant +1 as a block. Your deck failed, Magnum Opus. It failed. You'll have to tell us what it was trying to do. It's unfortunate that the taunt thing didn't occur. Magnum Opus levels up to level 3 and has 233 resources. Damburger, of course, only down at 2, only has 244, so not a massive resource gap there. Tibo, you mean Mana Sword? Yeah, Kadir's Flying Sword. Golden Garden Cat, say that 3 times fast. Okay, Golden Garden Cat, Golden Garden Cat, Golden Garden Cat. Also, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Who knows? Magnum Opus, you're incredible. I mean, it's Fene, so there's always the possibility that something could, that her thing could just go, her ability could just constantly activate, right? Magnum Opus could hold on with like 5 activated abilities. Miss Zero, there needs to be a card called Cracking a Cold One with the Boys. Its effect will be target a friendly creature and summon 2 creatures with cost of half or less than the target creature. Freeze one of the opponent's creatures and damage all frozen creatures on the opponent's side by the highest attack of the creatures this spell summoned. Good lord, the mathematics involved in playing that card. Okay, Daniel, I'm trying to force summon a powerful creature to snag it using Master Casanova. Ah, okay, I see. Oh wow, counterspells, counterspells, counterspells! Counterspells for death! Out comes the Paralyzing Bullet and puts the leopard to sleep. And a discard into mana once again. Okay, Damburger charges up and skips a turn. Elephant goes down by my elephant, and 3 damage comes out onto Magnum Opus. Magnum Opus uses ambush. Down goes the 2 flying swords. Still leaves that Golden Garden Cat out onto the field, who is just throwing like 4 resources a turn into Damburger's resource pool. Out comes the bullfighter, which is nice. Don't see enough of the bullfighter. It was a lot of fun. Didn't call anyone. Yes, apparently Magnum Opus's highest HP creature is the Golden Garden Cat, and it was already out. Which sucks. I love that bullfighter, says Moth. Do you have butt bits with him? That's a callback to the beginning of the live stream, by the way, just in case anybody thinks it's being weird. Interfectum comes out and snags Akadir's Flying Sword. Bullfighter switches places. The Golden Garden Cat throws a few more resources in there. Charging Bull is now in a position to deal fatal damage. Damburger is going to start summoning more cards anyway, because apparently why not? Well, no, I suppose it is going up against Fene. Really, you have to be absolutely sure. You can't guarantee that fatal damage is in fact going to deal fatal damage to Fene. A couple of charges. The bullfighter does a little bit of damage there. Bingo bango. Thanks to his ability. Moon counting. Does Fenny's ability activate? Drum roll, please. It does! And Magnum Opus survives. Can I have fun like that? Oh, that's why. Yes. Ah, Magnum Opus has a chance. And the crowd goes wild. Revives from the grave. Throws out a potion of mana, which is immediately counters. That counterspell is doing a surprising amount of work, and he's sad now and sniffs. And the leopard does, in fact, manage to kill someone, so he's got to feel good about that. Moo no. Yes. Yes. And Damburger charges up. And discards for some reason. And charges up. There we go. Okay, and let's see how many of these Fenny survives. Get your counting hats on, children. 0. 0. She survives none of them. Oh, she had her luck last turn. No more luck for her. I would have been so happy if she'd survived every single one of those. That would have been the best thing ever. Okay, well fought to both players there. A shame that the taunt into Casanova didn't work. That is a shame. But hey, it was fun, right? And that's what this is all about. Next up is Moth versus Yellow Dragon. So if you guys can let me know that you're ready. I got 18. I appreciate all these gifts, guys. And Neko Naoki and whoever this is, I will add you. Don't worry, I add everybody who requests a friend, or sends me a friend request during the live stream. How about Dimensional Gate? Target a creature on the battlefield, banishing when this card leaves the grave, summon the banished creature. Somebody's been playing Duel Links. That's the Paradox Brothers card, isn't it? Fomal Hot, you made it for one of my lives. Woo! Yay! Late, but hey, better late than never, right? Props to Damburger. Cool game. It was indeed. Okay, so we're waiting on Moth and Yellow Dragon. So Sloth's not actually online just yet, so I will add some peeps. Who has not been online in the longest time. Slagathor has not been online in 2 weeks. Sorry, Slagathor. Okay, so Moth is ready. Good. I will just quickly remove these 2 players and add the other 2 that requested me, while Moth and Yellow Dragon send the battle requests. So Neko Naoki, you are added, and this Korean player whose name I'm sorry I can't read that. You're added as well. Good. Okay. Ooh, Pegasus is fighting. Wow. Okay, well I hurried through that because I thought that this was going to go very quickly, but no transitions yet, so that's fine. We'll move back into here. Let me just quickly remove these. Okay. Miss Zero, card idea. Big Toe in the Water. It is a mana card, costs 1 or levels. Its effect, return this card to hand without grave cost. Okay, but what does it do? Do you mean you target it, it's used to target another card, and then that card can return to hand without grave cost? I go to games, send you gifts, Senpai. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Sloth Lord up at the top with the Cheshire Hero. No big surprise. Nice to meet you. Do you like cats? Hello! 2 mutants up at the top and 2 mutants down at the bottom. Yellow Dragon using the L Hero. Still a classic, even with S on the rise. Alright, so let's see. Both players running 2 mutants. Both players running mana. Yellow Dragon opens with an aggressive elf. Sloth's turn. Can he answer it? He has enough for a firebolt. He has enough for a surprise attack. He could paralyze it. Not that that would be a brilliant idea, but it's possible. No heavy offering, because no dark, unfortunately. What? Oh, okay, and now comes the fireball. Down goes the elf. Bye-bye, Elfie. And that puts Sloth into an EXP lead. Out comes an aggressive Kadir's Flying Sword. Now, if Sloth has a paralyzing bullet, this works out fine for him. He doesn't. He has Holy Missile, and that takes care of it anyway because it didn't buff up its defense or its HP. Both players now are ready to level up, it looks like. No, Yellow Dragon just a little bit off. Now Yellow Dragon's ready to level up, and Sloth manages to take the level lead. Yellow Dragon follows suit, and it's Sloth's turn. Sloth doing slightly worse for resources, but only by 1, so not a big deal. Miss here, Big Toe returns itself to hand, and if cancelled, returns to hand anyway. It's a card that's only meant to test the waters. Oh, I see, okay. So it's basically to bait out a counterspell. Okay. A vampire comes out, snags the Kadir's flying sword, and then a Notira's needle comes out and kills it off. Interesting play there. Quite resource expensive for a Kadir's flying sword, but okay. Out comes another flying sword, a gold flying sword. Interesting. Are we going to see a Master Templar material? Oh, could be. We are! We're going to see a Master Templar material. Can I call it or what? Out and he summons a Spirit of the Sword. That is actually going to work out against Sloth unless he kills it, but he does. Thank goodness for that. For Sloth, if a material had killed the other one, that would have been problematic. Out comes Court Secretary Veronica, and down goes Master Templar material. Of course, his sword isn't going to save him because the command hunting is not a targeted spell. Okay, Vampire comes out. That's going to drain the Veronica's HP. Charges up her energy. Not that it really matters. And Sloth charges up. The flying sword deals 6 damage to a Yellow Dragon. His turn now. I should open this up in case just anybody hasn't seen Court Secretary Veronica just yet. When entries 4 or more summons of Veronica's history book, which has a chance of turning into a which will turn into a collaboration card, but nobody knows which one. A Dark Tender Frog comes out, snags that Vampire +1. Court Secretary Veronica is going to kill it off, and she's now going to summon a book. The book will in turn transform into a thingamabobber. Summons a random SIH card every turn by consuming 2 energy. Betrayal comes out. That's going to snag the Alron. Interesting choice. Could have betrayed the Veronica's history book. Oh, out comes Lore of the White Rose. That's not brilliant for Yellow Dragon. It's not the greatest thing. Summons a vine in front of itself. It's all right. Daniel, I prefer to be your rival and your senpai. Thanks for giving him the jetpack. Good. Moth, no. And out comes another history book. And Lore of the White Rose summons a vine in front of herself. And there goes some more vines. There's always charging up stuff happening. Okay, Sloth's turn. Needs to take care of that history book, ideally. Golden Garden Cat comes out in an aggressive position. The Veronica just keeps charging up her energy, but it's pointless after 4 anyway because it never decreases. And Sloth charges up. Alron goes back over to the other side because it wears off. Petrarca comes out. If Lore of the White Rose is summoned, moves next to it. It's already been summoned, so no big deal. Arcadean is senpai. Thank you, buddy. Magnum playing dirty. Okay. Okay, so Yellow Dragon's got a lot of cards out onto the field now, thanks to that Court Secretary Veronica. And what's he going to do? Charge up a couple of times? Looks like it. I mean, this is going to be 10 damage coming out onto Moth. And I don't... Yes, he doesn't have enough to supercharge his Golden Garden Cat, so... Let's see how this works. It's going to give him 2 resources, but not 4. Alright, Goblin Shredder comes out, and that's going to kill off the Vine, as well as the Petrarca. Sloth charges up, does a little bit of damage. This isn't what I expected. And out comes... Oh, good lord. Out comes Scholar Boccaccio. Summons lovely Fiammetta when summoned, but there was no free spaces. Minus 3 HP there when its hero levels up. Yeah, so pointless basically at this point because there were no free spaces. Okay, so that little book still hangs out in the corner there, keeps throwing it in. Let's see. Yellow Dragon charges up a couple of times. It's going to be 5 more damage, and his Golden Guard Cat is going to die. Bye-bye, kitty cat. Unfortunately for Moth. Out comes the history book. The vine comes out in front of the Laura. More charging up. Casanova's Mask comes out. That's going to snag Laura of the White Rose, which is quite interesting. And then a surprise attack coming out onto Court Secretary Veronica. Yeah, that's okay. It's not really going to earn Moth News. I think he's possibly hoping that Laura would go in front of the Alron and deal the damage there eventually, but... Okay, so out comes Sophocles. Disables the ability creature in front, destroys all ability disabled creatures. That's not a big thing right now. Tibbo is very, very happy that he finally got Lilith from maybe 35 packs. It's very lucky, actually. People have pulled like 100 packs and not gotten Lilith. Alron deals 5 damage, taking Sloth down to 9 HP. The Boccaccio is going to die. Okay, and then down goes a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so Lore of the White Rose deals some damage. Out comes the Golden Bomb Squad in front of Sophocles. The Vine does a little bit of damage. The Scholar goes bye-bye, and Lore of the White Rose summons a Vine, and another Vine over there. So let's see. Yellow Dragon revives from the grave, and because of L's effect, that pulls all the cards out of Sloth's grave as well, which takes him down within fatal range of Alron. Which is unfortunate for Sloth. Well played for Yellow Dragon. That Court Secretary Veronica doing a lot of work in that fight. Very cool to see. A lot of back and forths there. A lot of back and forths. Okay, Lukaku, 100 packs, no Lilith, you might be very lucky person. Yeah, I mean, some people are. It's the nature of randomization. Some people get extremely lucky and pull Lilith on their first turn. Some people pull 500 packs and don't get any Lilith. Daniel, you open 60 packs and still no Lilith? Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, you know, according to odds, basically, there's always going to be, 50% of the people are going to pull it, quite early on, and then 50% of the people, all the way to the far end, they're going to have, like, no chance whatsoever. So most of these trading card games have crafting systems and things involved, other ways of getting hold of these cards. Anyway, well played to both Sloth and Yellow Dragon there. Next up is Mist Zero versus Kedge. When you guys are ready, please let me know in the chat, and then send each other battle requests. Thank you very much to all these gifts that keep coming in. I really appreciate it, guys. A lot from this Korean player. I wish I knew how to pronounce your name. I do apologize. Thank you, Stefano Noob. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Lakakra, you're pretty sure you pulled Lilith and Materio in less than 10 packs. Yeah, just keep bragging. It's not like anybody's going to track down where you live and break in at night and kill you in your sleep or anything. Okay, so Miss Zero is ready. Good. Kedge, I hope you're ready. Just going to keep doing this. The card I still need Ilagressa and Secretus, though. Well, you got the important ones. Lilith, Nereva, all that kind of stuff. So. Still no transition. Is Kedge not online? Okay. Ah, there you are. Good. Okay. So somebody send somebody a friend request, Kedge or Miss Zero. Somebody send somebody a battle request. 1 second. Okay, you have 1 second. And 1. Time's up. Start fighting. Samurai Quack commands it. Lilith without Nereva, not so cool. No. Lilith and Nereva together are the best. 2 hours later. Daniel, you're going to sleep now. Kind of sleepy. Good night, guys. And Ark. I'm not a guy, apparently. Night. Pleasant dreams. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Possibly the last one. Okay, fighting. Good. Looks like the transition is, still occurring. Yep, still occurring. Still occurring. Oh, no, there we go. Good. And spectate. Okay, Cage up at the top with the S hero and 1 mutant, Miss Zero down at the bottom with Fenne's new skin and no mutants, but her ability just activated and dropped his HP by 1. Wow. Moth, you should honestly get going as well. Lots to do today still. It can wait. Becca says, yes, Samurai Duck. Samurai Quack. Quack. Okay, Miss Zero charges up and skips a turn. Kedge, answers with an aggressive leopard. Miss Zero's Fenny ability activates again, drops his HP by 1 more. Okay, let's see. Card Appraiser comes out in answer to that leopard. Kedge does have light resources though, so could remove it with a Holy Missile, which he does. Bye-bye. And down it goes. Bingo bango, yes. Daniel, thanks for the live stream. You're most welcome. I mean, it may not be the last ever live stream, but a lot of people are leaving, so maybe. And the little leopard gets a little bit more damage off. Mist Zero levels up to 2. Ignoring that leopard for now. Gonna focus on getting the resources. You forgot it's the last one. It's probably the last one. I say so many people are going on hiatus, so it's not really much point in continuing with the live streams if a third of the viewer base is just going to leave. Ambush Vine comes out, snags that Lin, but the Lin's ability activates and deals a little bit of damage to the Vine. Piolet comes out, takes care of the Leopard, and bye-bye. Now, a Piolet drop into an open slot, well, a Piolet drop, rather, would have been a little bit better there, because it would have killed the Ambush Vine, come back into the hand, and then he could have killed the second creature. But it still works out okay. Tibble, you got this purple girl. What can't HP full under 1 for 2 turns? You can sell very cheap. Okay, that's Izanami, I'm pretty sure we're talking about. Lukaku, what fights are still to come? Just Crassus versus Matteo. Miss Zero shouting, holy shit! Oh, Lin! Yay! Somebody's using Lin. Lin and Pegasus. Out comes Pegasus again. Snags that Ambush Vine. Bye-bye. And never knew Lin does that. Yes, Lin's pretty awesome. Izanami. Yay, Izanami, I was right. Haha. Damburger was fun, gotta go. Thanks for stopping by the stream. I was about to say, hopefully we'll see you in the next one, but there may not be a next one. Moth, only one more fight. Yes, just one more fight. I mean, this is approaching the 3-hour mark, so yeah, I'm very impressed with everyone for hanging around this long. Lukaku, I got a second genie. Congratulations. Tibbo, I got Izanami. Yes, I do. I have all the Blaze Blue cards except for S. Couldn't get her in time. It began to be a waste of gems. Okay, so both players playing very defensively here, trying to charge up their resources. Each one trying to find an opening. Fomalhaud, I think the luckiest you've been is getting a Warlord and Christie +1 from free packs all in the same month. Probably 2 weeks apart. Very nice. Warlords! Woo! Slaughter's Moth, what you were saying, it's almost 7 PM. Yes. I thought you were just saying that it's late for you, so you've got to go and do things. Monsieur, you thought it was a cocoon, so you didn't want to send Pillion. Ah, yeah, okay, I see. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, Miss Euro's turn. Charge, charge, charge. You were saying both those things, were you, Moth? How very multi-purpose of you. And charge, charge, charge. Both players just still playing very, very defensively. Tibua, in future Lilith deck video, probably not. It's a gimmick, and I tend not to make gimmick deck videos. I don't like to encourage the use of them. And nobody needs my help making a Lilith Nereva deck anyway, because you basically put Lilith in there and Nereva in there, and then just a standard template for the rest of the deck, and you're fine. Charging, charging, charging. Charging, charging, charging. Charging, charging, charging. Mizzou's not happy about it, but... both players are going to get up to triple 20s, and then somebody's going to have to play a card. 10 years later, yeah. Yeah. Samurai Quack is going to is going to commentate for the rest of this fight. He's very excited about it. Okay, and we see a leopard come out, which is just immediately going to be removed, but at least somebody's doing something. Okay, out comes the drag to hell. Bye-bye to the leopard. Are we going to see a double charge? One charge? 2 charge! Yay! We're still playing defensively. Fomalhaud, will we see an ultimate Grim Reaper? From Mist Zero, it's unlikely. It doesn't look like that kind of deck. This battle is going to be who attacks first. Out comes the leopard again. Trending, for some reason your friend request doesn't reach me. Really? Kiwi. Okay. I will make a note. Where's my pen gone? Oh, it's right here all along. Hibiki comes out and takes care of a whole bunch of stuff. So there's somebody using Hibiki and Piolet and Lin. How nice. Okay, so QBBI. I will add you after this fight. Dibble Arcadean getting now many crystals. 5 packs open and a getter. Yeah. Stop charging, says F. Husby. Oh, God. Oh no, Kedge has Piolet too. Oh no! You have enough to play all the ultimates. Yeah, well, not enough to play Ultimate Dragon, and not enough to play the Mon Ultimates, but yeah, enough to play the others. Beatrice of Salvation comes out next to Beastkin Jane +1, so Kedge is just going for it now. He's just gonna do it. Out comes Devil's Lie. Oh no, what a snag! Whoop, and it pulls Beastkin Jane over onto Miss Zero's side of the field. Out comes 9, out comes the Hinokagutsuchi, and out comes Casanova's Mask to snag the Beatrice of Salvation. Good lord! And Beastkin Jane transforms into Beast Jane +1. Wow, okay, so huge field flood there. Of course, Kedge has the ability, has the opportunity here to just murder everything. But this could be quite interesting. I mean, if Hino Kagutsuchi dies, then Beatrice of Salvation is going to summon an angel in its place, which is quite interesting. Capture comes out, can't be targeting the Beast Jane. Okay, so it was targeting the Beast Jane, okay. Possibly Kedge forgot the Beastkin Jane cancels targeted spells. And out comes the Betrayal. Alright, so that's going to be interesting. Holy Spear, go, go, cries Pegasus. That would be cool as well. Yeah. And out comes the Golden Garden Cat in front of 9. Alright, so Beastkin Jane transforms, blah, 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 bunch of this. 9's going to freeze Beastkin Jane. That poor Jane, that poor girl. She doesn't deserve this. She's a human being. Well, she's not really. She's a beastkin. But still, my point still counts. Okay, so out comes Susano. That's going to take care of that Beast Jane. Bye-bye, Susano. And it's also going to kill that Golden Garden Cat. Bang, 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 bang. Good lord, it's like the greatest hits here. We've got Beatrice. We've got Beastkin Jane. We've got 9. We've got Susano. Everyone's just bringing their big guys. It's awesome. Nice, Tobia. Tobia. Tiboa, how did you misspell your own name, Tiboa? Or are you just saying, are you just copying what Fummelhot said? Anyway, out comes the Holy Missile. That's going to injure 9 but not kill her. And out comes Hunter Piolet, which is going to kill her. Piolet, of course, can't kill anybody else. Doesn't have, nobody else is down within 11 effective HP. And that is 15 damage out on the board. So Hunt comes out. That's going to injure Susano, put him within range of Piolet next turn. But he's still going to get his 11 damage off this turn. Beastkins are human beings in a way. They're Beastkins. They're not humans. Depends on exactly how... I mean, whether Beastkin is an actual race or whether Beastkin is a... it's sort of like a werewolf thing. Who knows? Fummelhot, had to buy yours from player shops because you're no luck pulling from packs. Card appraiser, yeah. Tiboa, you got very lucky on packs. Very nice. Johan, what's my opinion on the new update arc? Can pretty much be summed up in one word. Kedge resurrects a card from the grave that does put him within fatal range of the Witch Xena and the Susano. Discards a card into the graves. Got to take care of these guys. So, I mean, Piolet is the obvious choice here. But he goes for a capture instead. Going to capture Xena. Okay. Okay. Interesting choice. Monsieur resurrects from the grave. I mean, he's got more than enough resources to take care of that Xena, and does so. Bingo, bango, bongo, bingo. And Xena gets a bit beaten up there. Now, that's going to mean that Susano will just kill it on the end of the turn. So, yeah. What do we got? Moth Hummelhard, you figure the amount of people who misspell and mispronounce your name, you're owed a couple of mistakes. Yep, fair enough. I think like 23, 24, yeah. Lukaku, well, we would know should DevCat and Nexon release new chapters of the story. Yeah, true. Tiboa, after new update, you got Materio and Lilith, so it's okay for you. Super noob, Hummelhard. Kedge, recharge craziness threw you off. It was a bit weird, wasn't it? Trending, one word, more like one syllable. Yeah, well... Technically it's not. Well, I don't know. If you wrote it down, it would probably be more than one syllable. Tiboa, in your opinion, getting gems is much easier? Yes, getting gems is much easier, but each gem is worth less money. Miss Euro is sad. Sniff. And that's the 11 damage. And there's that. 11 damage coming out. And then it goes back onto his side. And then there's more things come out. There are so many effects activating. It is literally impossible to commentate on all of them. Especially since you have to say Hino Kagutsuchi, which is a hell of a thing to get your tongue around after saying stuff like Beatrice. Okay, Miss Zero, would you like to be friends with me? Please forget about it. It was just a bad dream. You can sense the right power of the gods. Everyone's talking. It's so loud in here. And down goes Kedge. Very, very close fight. Very drawn out, but very, very cool nonetheless. Look at that. I mean, Beatrice, Xena, Susano, Beastkin Jane. Everybody was coming to this party. Good lord. Okay, one more fight. Crassus versus Matteo, otherwise known as Sermo. So, Crassus and Matteo, when you guys are ready, I'll just quickly see if anybody sent me any friend request. No, but thank you so much for all the gems, guys. I really, really appreciate it. It's going to make it very much easier to make videos. Hopefully. Anyway, I mean, still shitty booster packs now, but still. We needed 5 more turns of recharge. You had enough turns. Okay, so Marcus, otherwise known as Crassus, versus Sermo. Now, Sermo is, in fact, in a fight at the moment, so I don't know. We'll have to wait for a second. Yep, Crassus is ready, just waiting on Sermo, who looks like he's in the monthly arena. Miss Zero, you're willing to do a spell-only fight, no ultimates. Nobody ever wants to take you up on that, Mist. You're like, spell-only, creature-only, and everyone's like, nah. Yeah. Okay, so Matteo's ready. Perfect. So when you guys are prepared, just send somebody a battle request. Ooh, Whippy's fighting. I want to watch that now too. Kedge, slap fight. Yes, we had that before on one of the streams. It's the best thing ever. Defensive elephant is summoned. Opponent charge. An aggressive elephant is summoned. Arcadean commentary is cool. Thank you so much, Tibor. I appreciate it. Even though I suspect you're making fun of me. Spectate. Johan, how to farm gems now in the most efficient way. Do the draft mission, do the draft arena every single day. Trade, and then do gem trades with the coupons you get, and make sure you do all the quests. That's basically it. If you're looking to gem farm, ignore the monthly limited arena and ignore... monthly arena rather, and ignore the limited arena. Out comes Elf, immediately countered by a heavy offering, which in turn spawns Calamus, which is of course just going to disappear because there's nobody to eat. The greedy swine. Fummelhort, the quickest way to someone's heart is straight through the intercostal ribs. Yes. I like the saying, what is it? The quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Down and a little to the left. No, I like, as you said, ever said, aggressive elephant. Fair enough. Okay, so out comes the leopard, out comes the paralyzing bullets, out comes the Kito's flying sword, a lot of back and forthing here. And the leopard deals a little bit of damage to Sermo. A little bit more damage comes out, both players now up at level 3. Crassus doing not quite as well for resources as Sermo, but still okay. Out comes Mai, takes care of that leopard immediately. And how will Crassus respond? Johan, so you get coupons when you do ranked arena. Gem gift coupons. Yeah. I don't think you get any other kind of coupon. And yeah, the only ranked arena, I mean, I assume you mean the monthly ladder arena. I mean, it's like 30 days to get your rewards. Don't do that. But if you do the draft arena, you'll get gem coupons, and then the gem coupons you can gem trade with 4 other friends, and that way you can get... If you get into platinum every day, then you get 15 extra gems every day. Crassus charges up and skips a turn. He's ready to level up to 3, and it's Sermo's time. Time to shine. Okay, summons a corruption management, which is immediately suckered punched by a cocoon. And that's kind of a gross image, actually, imagining that little guy in there. Out comes the skeleton on the far left. Not going to make it easy for any outgoing flame emissions. Hunter, Watcher of the Forest, rather, Genie comes out, which is quite interesting. Now, this is going to be difficult for Sermo to deal with, because she'll dance around the place every time a card is used that is not nature. And Sermo, of course, has no nature cards, which is pretty cool. Aggressive Draft Arena. Ooh, don't like it, says Johan. I agree. I don't like it either. It's not the most fun way of gem farming, but it is the most efficient way of gem farming. Do the quests every day, and then do the Draft Arena every day, and gem trade with friends. Okay, bingo bango. Crassus helped out by dealing 3 damage to the cocoon. Aggressive cocoon is summoned. Not very aggressive. Very passive. Okay, Ceremo summons Hibiki. Hibiki activates, kills, doesn't quite kill the Watcher of the Forest Genie and jumps in front of her. Does weaken her though. Okay, ooh, a simulated Euripides comes out, which activates, of course, the trap, and that's not great for Hibiki, but not terrible either. Miss Zero, you can cheat in Draft Arena. You can cheat in any arena. I'm not going to tell you guys how, but you can. Crassus's turn. Flame Emission comes out, takes care of the Euripides. Now the question is he going to weaken the Hibiki so that the trap will kill it? Nope, he's just going to keep charging up, and he gets a little bit of HP back thanks to Tina's ability on Ceremo's side. Miss, you're back out and you can always redo the last one you did. Yep, yeah, that's standard PvG cheating, yeah. You can cheat in PvP as well, but not a good idea. Different technique in PvP, obviously. Alright, so Ceremo needs to think about this quite carefully. It doesn't want to flood the field with traps, but obviously equally you can't just leave that Watcher of the Forest Genie to just wander around the place at will. Tibua, how can you cheat? I'm not telling anybody. I'm not encouraging that. Who's this guy? I don't recognize him. Card Merchant of Kadir. Okay, yeah, that's why I don't recognize him. Very, very unusual. Okay, so Hibiki deals damage. Bang. Ouch. Okay, so that did a little bit more damage than I was expecting it to. Yeah, okay. I thought he was outside of the kill range of that. Oh well. I tell you, you keep forgetting about Genie's ability. Yeah, she's a really difficult card to beat if you don't have a nature card in your hand. Tsubaki comes out, and that's going to deal some damage over there. Tsubaki charges, a Card Merchant of Kadir does what he does, jumps across the other side of the field. No big deal. Fummel Hopper, cheating is wrong, y'all. It makes angels cry. Every time you cheat, an angel gets gonorrhea. Tibua, reporting you all, damn you cheaters. Reported for reporting. Reported for reporting for reporting. And thus the cycle continues, and we get a renewable energy source from this never-ending cycle. Frivolous! Objection! Okay, Ceremio's in a bit of trouble here. Gotta deal with this. That's 11 damage outcoming, which is half his HP. Decides to charge. He's just going for resource parity at this point. The Card Merchant does what the Card Merchant does. It jumps in front of the Watcher of the Forest Genie, which is quite fortunate for Ceremo. Although, of course, it does mean that the Watcher of the Forest Genie is going to just kill him. Tsubaki continues to charge up her energy. Both players fairly even now in terms of resources. But Crassus, of course, with a battlefield control with Tsubaki, a Watcher of the Forest Genie, and a trap out on the field. Reported for not telling you how to cheat. Yeah, I don't think DevCat will support that claim. Charges up, gains dark, performs another charge, and it goes into gold and gets himself a little bit of HP back, which is nice. And charges up a third time. Yeah, charged up a third time. Okay. Trying to gain those resources. Crassus discards into nature, performs a charge, and performs a second charge. Not wasting any more, well, not playing any more cards out in the field because that would be a waste. And Ceremo is now in an awkward situation. He needs to block or kill one of those cards. He can't really kill the Watcher of the Forest Genie. So he has to kill Tsubaki. Brings out a simulated Euripides, which is snagged by a cocoon, which causes the Watcher of the Forest Genie to create another trap. Does block. Okay, so it does block Tsubaki, and then the caravan blocks the Watcher of the Forest Genie. Of course, Tsubaki's ability activates and just pulverizes that poor cocoon. Mister, every time you cheat, then the devil writes down another kick in the balls he's going to give you when you die. Even if you're female, he makes you grow balls just so you can be in pain. You can kick a woman between the legs, and it still hurts like bejesus. Some guys like being kicked in the balls, also true. Angel Orperia comes out, which is a bit weird, honestly. Completely unnecessary, because it already had fatal damage on the board, and Orperia couldn't summon anybody anyway. So, yeah, weird. But hey, congratulations to Crassus, who managed to win a fight using the Watcher of the Forest Genie. And well played to Ceremo, who brought out a very interesting My Euripides Hibiki deck. Very, very cool. Well played to both players there, and congratulations to Crassus on the victory. Nice. Okay, so that's basically it. I'm going to quickly add QB, which I've just realized is the Naruto thing. Ronnie63 has been gone for 11 days, so I apologize. Ronnie, delete from friends list. And delete. Okay. I have a friend request from Kedge, apparently, so I will accept that, because I always do. And then I will delete somebody else. There's a ton to go already, but you just got here. I know. I'm so ashamed of you. Reaper CC has been gone for a week, so again, I apologize, Reaper. If you're watching and you want me to re-add you, just send me another friend request, and I will do so immediately. QB. Q. I tried to spell it the actual Naruto way. Did that work? That looked like that worked. Okay, so that worked. Good. All right, so QB's been added. Tibbo, a pack opening. I mean, I could, but I don't really have the gems right now. Let me see. You were trying out a Euripides Merchant's Corruption Management deck. Didn't go well. The important thing is that you tried, and it was fun. Come on, Mr. Arcadean. 3-pack opening for Lilith. All right, look, don't waste your gems, yeah. Okay, very quick chat vote then. Vote for whether or not I use the gems I'm getting now to open packs or not. Quick chat vote. Yes or no to pack opening. I don't know why I'm like clicking on the X on each of these. It's not necessary. I'm just refreshing it rather than. Miss Zero, I hate Dev Cat took down the Mabinogi Duel card maker because no one liked using their poopy version. Don't make him do that, Cresmo. On ends video open, please. I do not know what that means. No, says Mist. Yes, says Kedge. Yes, says Luke. No, says Matteo. Yes, says Marcus. Don't, says Mist. Again. I think we had that already. Yes, says Kirito. It's like, it's 50-50 so far, I think. Fummelhod, would you rather wait till I have more, make a giant pack opening video? Is this really stuff that people want? People keep asking me for pack opening videos. I mean, I'll do it if people really want it, but it's just weird. On end of the video, open 3 packs, please, just for fun. It's a controversial topic. Yes, it is, apparently. Something satisfying about opening of packs. Oh, Zaratine also sent a friend request, so I'll add them. Pack opening was only fun with the collab. Okay, so... because it was first collab in like 10 months. Asia meme, again, sorry, but you are at the bottom of the list. Delete if you want me to add you. Just send me another friend request. English is hard. Every language is hard. I lived in Japan for 2 years, and yet, Nihongo wo amare hanasemasen. Okay. Oh man, so many of these things. Okay. Oh god. People sending me gems, still more. Okay. We will take a look at how many gems I have. I think that's the last. Good. I really appreciate all these gems, guys. I'm feeling a bit flooded. Okay. RIP English, world language. Business language currently, yeah. More people speak Mandarin, I think, than any other person, group of people. But yeah, English is the most widely spoken, I think, currently. Special Cousin Nice 2 from Lilith Pack, blah blah. Okay, I have 262. Alright, so what we will do is I will open 2 packs, right? We'll open 2 packs to make some people happy. And then what I will do is I will save up the rest of my gems from now on until we have another booster arrives or some sort of big thing. And then I will do a pack opening video. Right? Throw gems at Arcadean. Yes, try to beat him into submission. Stone him, kill him with gems. Alright, let's open 2 of these. Alright, everybody channel your energy. Genki Dama style, right? So everyone funnel your energy to me. If you don't know Dragon Ball Z, then funnel it to me Persona 3 style, I think it was. Just... okay? So, give me your strength. Kamehameha. I know it's not the Genki Dama thing, but I'm going to do it anyway. Kamehameha. I already have you. Ha, no. Ha, no. Ha, no. Ha, no. And no bonus. Okay, so you guys aren't sending me enough energy. All right, so everybody who's watching, do this. Okay, I want. I'm getting away from my microphone. I want to see a Genki Dama. Okay. That's what I want to see. All right, so do that. I'm going to give everyone 10 seconds to do that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Genki Dama, I feel the energy. I feel it. I feel it deep inside my core right here. Let's do this. Boom. No. Boom. No. boom, no, boom, no, boom, no. It was all trash. Your energy sucks. Get better energy, and then send it to me. Buxy, did Jurgen get removed from the season combined pack seat? No, I don't think so. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure, yeah. Sister was failed. Failed. None of you are Goku. None of you. I'm pretty sure, no, not bonus. Whoops. It's the wrong one. You can't change it. Yeah, there's Jurgen right there. Moth, will you gather your executioner meal and send it to you? I have like 5 of the stupid things now. If anybody wants an executioner meal, get in touch with me on Discord. I'll pass it your way. Miss Hero, it's called the Kama wave, not the Kamaha. It's not called either of those two things. I mean, there's the Genki Dama, but the Kamehameha is the Kamehameha. It's not Kama and it's not Kamaha. Tibo, this first pack, no bad. They're all bad. I have all of those cards. I have like 10 of all of those cards already. Serving as a dazzling rod. Can you then? Can I do what then? What? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, get in touch with me on Discord. It's confusing trying to have an actual conversation on the thing because of the lag. Role-playing catnip, your energy sucks. It does get better energy, okay? I want everyone to just start meditating from now on, alright? Johan, you want a meal? Get in touch with me on Discord. I'll send you meals out to everybody who wants them. How many do I have now? I pulled like 4, 5? Let me see how many meals I have, and then everyone can start bidding for them on the thing. Isn't it the Karma Chameleon ha? Karma Chameleon. Why does it only say 1? I know for a fact I picked up 1 billion of those things. I know for a fact I pulled like 2 or 3 of them yesterday. Where the shit are my other meals? That's freaking me out. I know without a doubt that I pulled 2 Emils yesterday. Where did my Emils go? I'm not happy. Okay. Mabinogi Duel is being weird. This is kind of proof, though. I've always suspected that Mabinogi Duel just occasionally deletes some of my cards, and now I know for a fact, because I know for a fact that I picked up this guy at least twice before. At least twice before. And yet I only have the 1. Someone has broken into my toilet. Test account. No, it wasn't on my test account. I don't pull cards on my test account. It's literally just for... I just pass over... I generally pass cards the other direction, honestly. Because this is when I make all the videos on. My test account is just, just the cards that I ladder with. So they don't... I don't need very many of those. Did that in my dream. Oh god, it must have been a nightmare then. Parker, are you on new cards? Maybe they rolled it back. Yeah, I don't know what you mean, Parker. I'm sorry. Maybe they rolled it back. Yeah, I don't. This has happened to me before, and I've always gone, wait, did I have a stroke or what? But no, yes, definitely yesterday I pulled 2 of these bastards, and I am pretty damn sure that I pulled him earlier, even before the update. So yeah, that's a bit concerning, actually. DevCat, stop doing that. It's annoying me. No point in spending my gems if my cards are just going to get erased. Anyway, okay, so that's so no Emil for you. No Emil for you, Johan, because apparently they removed my other Emils. Check if new cards is checked. It shouldn't be, but yeah, I'm sure I want to take a look. Nope. And it can't be mutants that I pulled because there are no CGC mutants yet. So, yes, you guys tell me. There's a filter on your... Yeah, I know, but it's not checked by default. I would have had to have checked that manually without turning the game off, and I haven't done that. Why would I do that? I never check that option anyway. It's not interesting to me. Perhaps aliens implanted that memory in you so that you'd recover from the trauma you endured while on their spacecraft. I enjoyed the experiments they performed on me on the spacecraft. There was no probing. It was all hot chocolate and marshmallows. It's great. Even if it's on, all copies of the card appear. Yeah, well, also true, Mato. Yeah, even if it's on, all copies of Emil would have appeared. Maybe you got him in a deck? No, I would have to have him in my existing deck, and this is the test deck that we ran. So, nope. Are they in my store? Nope, I haven't put in the cards in my store in a long, long time. Report this to DevCat. Yeah, well, they only have my say-so for it, unfortunately. I really should just start recording everything I do. Anyway. Stream you writing the reporting game. Dear DevCat, why are you dicks to me? It would be appropriate for the live stream to go out on the note of my cards disappearing. Yeah. As all the players disappear, and as most people's enthusiasm disappears, my cards take the same hint, and they begin to disappear as well. It's a show of solidarity for the players. My cards are like, hey, the players are leaving, they're going on strike, we'll do the same thing. I get the weirdest bugs. Anyway, theirs is so close, look, same card. What? Maybe. Okay, so yes. That marks the 3 hours and 7 minutes. So congratulations to everyone who's still here, and well done on your endurance. My cards are just like Fantasia in Never Ending Story. I don't get to ride on a big white dog thing, which sucks. On the plus side, my horse isn't dead in the Swamp of Sorrows, so, you know, swings and roundabouts. It's a love the players have for the game fades, so does my deck. Yes, I am one with Mabinogi Duel. I have fused my soul with my binder. As people abandon and the cards leave as well. Have a good one. Yes, have a good one, Fumbleheart. Okay, so yes, well basically that's it. So, are there any any questions, requests, or anything along those lines that everybody wants to ask me now before we disappear? Bearing in mind this may be your last chance to ask me anything for quite a while. This almost certainly won't be the last ever Mabinogi Duel livestream, but it may be the last scheduled one. Future live streams may just be whenever I feel like it. Andreas Lee, you just woke up just in time for the end. Brown, see you in Albion. Yes, absolutely. I will obviously need to do my tidying up all of this stuff. Yes, let me go. Moth, I could never answer Mabinogi questions again. Now, Miss Zero, what do you get? You're here for card welfare. What do you get? You get my sympathy, because I got nothing. Never, never, never. Duel me, cries the cockcry. Ah, now, no, never. We're past the 3 hour mark. And prove that you don't fear me. I can prove that I don't fear you by simply turning away from you. Can you feel the dismissal? Kieran Muxman, is there a chance DevCat goes DevCast to back PvP and the other things are not there up there? There's always a chance that something like that will happen, but it is a very, very small chance. DevCat has made mistakes with updates before, and their response is usually to increase rewards, you know, more gems, and that kind of thing. They've never reversed a change. Nobody likes special tickets, for example. Everybody hated that change. But DevCat didn't fix that. They just gave us more gems. And there's been a couple of other things like that in the past as well. They've never reverted a change that they've made. So, sure, there's a chance, but I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't count on it. I think what we have now is what we're sticking with. They may introduce new arenas later on, but I don't think we're going back to daily and draft missions and PvP arena and things like that. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. Mister, let him stream snipe you. Johan, don't you have time anymore? Do you stream? I stream on Sundays. The reason why this is possibly the last stream is that a lot of people are basically using this stream as their final swan song. Neon Works is going on hiatus. Kengi's already left. Moth says he's stopping as well, and a whole bunch of other players as well are basically said, look, this is the last time I'm going to be doing this. So the next live stream is basically going to be me and like 10 other people, none of whom want to fight, kind of thing. So it's not really very it's not. Yeah. It's not great. Miss Zero, you like special tickets once they refill stamina, but you don't like them anymore. Yeah. Arcadean, cries the cocker. I'm ignoring you. Did you not feel the dismissal? Do I have to turn my back on you again? This is for questions and requests and things. The advantage to me not doing the scheduled live stream on the Sundays now is that I can literally just do it if people start pestering on the Discord. Go on, do a live stream right now, and I'll go, okay, shoot, fine, I'll do a live stream right now, and I'll fight some people for like an hour, and then we'll go away. Lukakrai, I challenge you, Demon Lord, to defeat my gimmick traps. No. No. So yes, any requests? suggestions or anything like that. Otherwise, we'll just wrap up and we'll just all move into Discord. Oh, I forgot, yes, for anybody who doesn't know the Discord server and who would like to get involved in it, it's not just Mabinogi Duel, although of course that is a big part of it. There's the link right there. Johan, you hope this game doesn't die. Everybody's hoping the game doesn't die. Everybody's hoping the DevCat's going to go, whoops, our bad, and put back in the stuff that, you know, people love. But we'll see. It's so sexy. It's a sexy game. Lukaku, if you win, I'll give you both my Warlord pairs. I already have 2 Warlord pairs. Is it Sloth or is it Moth? Albion Sunday stream? Maybe. Once we get the guild together properly, maybe I'll do Albion streams on Sunday, because that's when the castle sieges are. Marcus, if this game dies and you find another cool game, tell us. I have found many cool games. If you're not already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Not this coming week, but the week after that, I'm going to start releasing, trying to release videos every day over the weekday, and they're going to be not Mabinogi. Mabinogi's still on Mondays, of course, but the other days are going to be filled with other games that I'm finding that I'm really enjoying. The game is going to die. Cry, cry, cry. I hope not. I really hope not. They do seem to be doing their best to sort of like, kick it in the kidneys until it suffers an internal hemorrhagic bleed, but hopefully they'll go, oh no, we did not intend to have this kind of reaction, and they'll fix it. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Tiboa, yep, add Tiboa N0B. Kito Marksman, you get Albion soon. Good. Sloth, you can't afford the pre-release price, by the way. That's a shame, but that's okay. Lukaku, Realm of the Mad God streams? Maybe. Sure, I don't really play it, but it looks fun. Kito Marksman, you'll join the guild soon. Excellent. Good. Upload. Our goal is beat the Hearthstone. There are card games out there that have the potential to beat Hearthstone, but Mabinogi Duel isn't one of them, for the simple reason that DevCat and Nexon aren't willing to put the necessary marketing in place. If they released a PC client and they put it out on Steam and they really made a big push and they actually got a development team in place that understands card games properly, then it could actually compete with Hearthstone, absolutely. But they're not willing to do that. So, Miss Zero, Mabin Mondays. Yes, Mabinogi Mondays are hanging around. Mabinogi Mondays are hanging around. Don't worry. Still going to be doing videos on Monday. Is it Sloth or is it Mato? It'll be wiped anyway. Albion, yes. On the 17th, the servers in Albion are getting wiped, yes. Sloth, there isn't a big difference between you joining now and when it's released. The only difference is that you'll know what you're doing on release. I mean, I'll be able to hit the ground running on Albion release, and obviously you'll take a lot more time to get up to scratch. It's not a big deal, but yeah, that's the thing. Miss Euro, I would say let's start a petition, but no one ever freaking signs them. Yes, that's the problem. I mean, in the history of the world, no big change has ever occurred through a petition. Never. Ever. It's just a way for people to feel like they're doing something without actually doing something. Which, you know, I mean, it's not to shit on people that, you know, make petitions and sign petitions. I love the enthusiasm. I love the emotion. I love the energy. Just be aware that petitions don't work. Never have. You have to actually hit someone where it hurts, which in DevCat's case is in the wallet. Mabinogi Duel greater than Hearthstone, Tiboa. Yeah, a lot of people would definitely agree with that. Sloth, it's $30 versus $10. Yeah, I'm not saying buy it, Moth. I'm just saying that that is a difference. I'm not trying to sway you one way or another. I'm just saying that is a difference. Kedge, Hearthstone mechanics are kind of meh. I like Hearthstone for the fact that it was one of the first big trading card games that did away with the concept of resource cards. That is so nice. So nice. Okay, do you prefer Magic new app? Well, the new Magic Online thing. Or Magic old app now? I don't know. Yeah, Magic the Gathering Online. Johan, if this game dies, won't you be sad? So many years with Mabinogi, such a cool game for real. Yes, if the game dies, I'll be very, very sad. I love the game. I've been playing it for like 2.5 years now. I am obviously really invested in it. I make videos about it. I would love to be more involved in it. I would love for DevCat to reach out to me and go, hey, you've got a big viewer base. You know, can we give you like some early access to some cards and you can show them and that'll generate hype and woo and a big strong sense of community. Basically shit that every other company does, but they're not doing it. So yeah, I'll be really sad if it goes. I have a lot of great memories about Mabinogi Duel, but I mean, if Nexon isn't willing to put in the money and the marketing, and if DevCat's not willing to reach out to the community, it is gonna die. It does. I mean, it will. It's not a question of if. It's just a question of when. It might be a year. It might be a month. Who knows? But if they don't put the effort in, it will just flop eventually. Upload. Sure, this game is King God Emperor Chung Mu Gong Majesty game. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Magic Online. Tibo, you got on PS3. Magic Gathering is awesome, but Mabinogi Duel is much better. You'll find some people who agree with that. I probably won't find most people agreeing with that. Magic the Gathering is like the original trading card game, and it still holds a really special place in everybody's hearts. But yeah, there's a lot about Mabinogi Duel that I infinitely prefer to something like Magic the Gathering. I mean, no land or resource cards is just fantastic, because that was so annoying. You could top deck like all your resource cards or bottom deck them all, and either way you were screwed. And nightmare. So there's a lot that Mabinogi Duel mechanically does very well. I mean, the games are great, but there's just not the necessary support behind it, which is, it's unfortunate, and it could be changed, and I hope they do change it, but so far they haven't. It is what it is. Okay, any more questions, requests, or suggestions? If not, this has already gone way past time. I miss Europe. If they had a 3-day arena season, then people wouldn't leave. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I mean, what they seem to be forgetting is that it's a mobile game. You need to keep people interested on a daily basis, not a monthly basis. They can't pull a Hearthstone and get people to invest a month of their life. It's a mobile game. People aren't going to do that. Tipo, DevCat needs some, I don't know how this word in English, reclama. Show people this game exists, and even store hidden to serve much more viewers. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's probably marketing. Lukagra, you want to see Ark play a gimmick deck? Well, I have done them. I did a Gates of Hell. I did a Clockwork Reaper deck. I just don't like them. Kedge, 3-day arena, PvP and PvG. Yeah, it's fine. Lukagra, the most evilish you can think of. I mean, the most evilish gimmick deck right now is Lilith Nereva. But, I mean, if I was going to do something a little bit more unusual, probably be an Incarnate of Fire variant. Those can be really fun. Why would anyone want to do that? People ask for weird stuff. People always ask for weird stuff. It's fun. But yeah, I mean, I've always been very anti-gimmick. Ever since I first picked up the game, I've had a very strong anti-gimmick stance. I know some people don't mind them, but I think they decrease the skill of the game, and they encourage more people to pick up gimmick decks, and then it's just, my gimmick deck has got one card that your gimmick deck doesn't have, so I win. Tiboa, you want to see Arcadean with a Lilith deck so bad? I mean, if I ever pull Lilith, then maybe I'll do a live stream where I just run through a bunch of battles with Lilith and Nereva. Moth, I mean, I just don't see why we would want to see a video of you doing the fight over and over. Yeah, I know. It's why I haven't done live streams where I just fight consistently, because it's not very interesting, I mean, I'm at a bit of a disadvantage in that I because of my videos, I can't focus on one particular deck or one particular deck type. I've got to keep spreading myself widely, and because each deck type plays radically differently, every time I do one of these things, I have to like rewrite the sort of the little rules and things in my brain, so it gets really confusing. So I couldn't really do that live on stream. I can't have done one deck and then a new deck and then a new deck and then a new deck, because I would just lose. Nobody can hold 15 decks with different playstyles in their head at any one given time. So it would just be like 1 or 2 decks, and that's just boring. Lots of Bulgarians. Nice. Bulgaria is beautiful, and really good internet. I was thinking of moving there. Gokrai, I still haven't tested out Incarnated 5 plus Demon Parnock. Yeah, it works. I mean, it's a bitch gimmick, but, it works. Miss Zero, the only people that don't mind gimmick decks are people with gimmick decks. Yeah, basically. Zdrasti Brat. Okay, I hope I haven't just sworn. Lukaku, even though I suggested it, it would be very OP when Incarnate was still in the lab. Yeah. Moth, you meant you don't want to see me using gimmick decks. Yeah. Because the fights always go the same. Yeah, I mean, it's just boring. It's just boring. Okay. There don't seem to be any more questions, suggestions, or requests, so I think we will finish it there. One more time, I will link the Discord server in the link in the thing, the chat box. So if you're not already part of the Discord server and you want to get involved, either Mabinogi Duel, Duel Links, Albion Online, Gwent, any of these other games that we enjoy and we play together and we talk about, and you want to know when the live streams are going to happen ahead of time, jump into the Discord server. Miss Zero, Arc do a Duels of the Week compilation. Compilation. Record the best duels I do in the week and upload that. I mean, I could, but I mean, these days generally, because I mean, there's no PvP arenas anymore, and I don't do them. I don't want to do the monthly thing. I'm taking a stand on that. The only duels I'll do from now on really is the duels where I'm creating decks and running tests with them. So, yeah. I mean, Mabinogi is going to stay on Mondays, but the other days of the week are probably not going to be Mabinogi. Too many people have left, there's not enough interest in the game, and this latest update has really done a number on people's enthusiasm, so... But let's get a break, thank you. Lukaku, one last question. Did I look at your tournament suggestion, Lukaku? Yes, I did. I mean, it's fun, it's definitely fun, but I've said this before and I'll say it again. DevCat hasn't provided us the tools to do that kind of thing. I would love to be able to put cards and gold up for ante, you know? I would love to say, hey, you win, you get this card, you win, you get that card. And then we know we can just pass cards around and then everyone can take a record and bring it right back, but it's not going to work. The logistics of it are a freaking nightmare. You know, I beat you, so now I get one of your cards you put up as ante, but in order to do that, you've got to put the card up on your store, which means that you have to have a private store, because otherwise it could get sniped, and it could still get sniped anyway. And then I've got to pay gold in order to get this, and tournament is just an absolute freaking nightmare at that point. I mean, they just provided a thing where it said, hey, here's a card. Boom, done. Fantastic. I could be having tournaments every week, and I could be offering cards as rewards. Hey, whoever wins gets this. You won. Good job. Here's a card. But since you have to go through all this whole rigmarole and you have to spend gold on it and all the rest of it, it's just not going to work. Monsieur, just save the replays and recode them later. I mean, I don't need to save the replays. I save all of the stuff that I do just like this. My point is literally just that when the only fights I'm going to be doing now are going to be the decks that I'm testing for the Mabinogi Monday videos, in which case you've already seen the deck. So I could put up some, hey, here's like 3 more fights that did really well with the deck that you saw on Monday, but... not very interesting. And I don't have any reason to run multiple different decks right now because I've done the monthly ranked, so finished now for the rest of the month. The next 25 days are just me. No reason to do PvP. Missed, how much gems do you think you'll get at the beginning of next month? I don't know. In my alternate account, I'll have 160, whatever it is for rank 1. For this one, it depends on how generous people are about giving me gifts and things. Lukaku, you actually know how to do such a tournament? You write down your ideas on the organization Discord? Sure, fine. Tibo, Arcadean, ever rejected my battle? I always reject your battle requests when you do it on live stream, yes. Cage, also the card loses value for trade. Yeah, you need to seal it, and it costs gems and golds, and it's just a freaking nightmare. Lukaku, showcase duels where you lose. Yeah, I suppose I could do that, sure. Tibo, go open some packs. If I catch another Lilith, you'll go open some packs. If you catch another Lilith, give it to me. Oh, I would appreciate that very much, Tibo. Thank you. Lukaku, and do analyses. Yeah, I mean, I could. When I was doing 2 or 3 fights in a row in my early videos, I just record all my fights. Whenever I do multiple fights, I just record them in a row. So I always say to myself, if I lose, I will upload this fight. But I mean, the problem is I only ever lose about 10% of my fights. And generally, once I've finished testing a deck and tweaking it and all the rest of it with Mabinogi Monday videos, I mean that number shrinks even more. I just don't lose that much, and I don't want to keep fighting for an hour just to find just to get into a fight where I lose. Generally, it's against a gimmick deck, and it's like, okay, well the analysis is use an anti-gimmick deck when you know they're going to be using a gimmick deck. It's not really an analysis. I shouldn't have been using this deck against this guy when I wouldn't have in an actual PvP arena. So it's not very interesting. Well, do duel analysis no matter who wins or no matter win or lose. Well, yeah, again, I do. It sounds like I'm bragging, but I'm not. I just don't tend to lose that many fights, and if I do lose, it's against a gimmick deck, which. Again, you wouldn't lose against in a tournament or in the actual like PvP arena because you can see the name of it. You can go, oh, well, he's using a gimmick deck, so I'll just use my anti-gimmick deck. Oh, look at that, I won. And oh, look, this guy's not using a gimmick deck, so I can use my fun deck. Monsieur, they need to add a feature to send cards as gifts for free to other players. They do. They really, really do. Tibua, everyone loses sometimes. Dumb nonsense deck can kill your ass. Yeah, can kick your ass. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, you come up against this absolutely bizarre deck and it absolutely destroys you. But it's really rare, especially now, because the only arena is the monthly ranked, and everyone's just using gimmicks. Lukaku, I'm not saying you have to lose, but if you happen to lose, keep the replay. Yeah, I do. I mean, when I was doing, I think the only time I've ever actually recorded my, because I tend to do like 3 fights in a row, and then I'll just like pick 1, 2, or 3, you know, whichever one was the best. And I always say to myself, you know, if I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose. When I did the subreddit challenge deck, I did actually upload a loss in that one. But yeah, I just don't. Kedge, show us your anti-gimmick deck. I don't have it on this account. I have it on my alternate account. It's fairly standard. I have 2 or 3 anti-gimmick decks. Standard stuff, really. You know, a standard like barter deck and things like that. Just switch in and slightly alter the anti-gimmick deck based on whatever is the most prevalent gimmick right now. Right now, of course, it's, you know, Lilith and Nereva, so Devil's Lie and all that kind of nonsense. Lukaku, or you can make an analysis on duels sent by subscribers. I'd be very happy to do that. I actually suggested that a while ago, like a few months back, but the difficulty with that is that because DevCat hasn't provided any way of sort of sending replays to other people, you need to record the replay using a separate application on your phone, and most people just weren't interested in that. But yeah, if anybody wants to send me their duels and wants me to make a video where I go over them, you know, I mean, I could do that on like Wednesdays or something. I could upload a you know, a subscriber analysis video. Somebody sent me a deck and a fight that they had, and I'll talk about it. Sure, I'm happy with that. Kito to Marksman, night to night, sleep well. Tibua, I can do 10 hours my losers compilation. Fair enough. Lukaku, I gotta get going. Okie dokie, see ya. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Alright, so I think that is, at long last, everything. So that's 3.5 hours. Congratulations for hanging around. Good for you guys. And gals. And everybody in between. I don't know. Could be halfway through the operation. Who knows? So, yes, thanks for stopping by the stream. If there is going to be another live stream next Sunday, I will make an announcement about it on the Discord channel, but probably not. It depends on how many people stick to there. I'm quitting, I'm going on hiatus stance, and how many actually come back before Sunday, and whether or not DevCat does change things up. If they make a big update and a big announcement this Thursday, we'll have a live stream about that to look at that. Miss Zero, you did a duel recently that was cool. You uploaded it without sound. That's fine. Send it my way if you wanted me to comment over it. I don't want to leave. I don't. Oh, tragic. But moving into Discord now. Okay, so probably no live stream on Sunday, but maybe, so pay attention to Discord. Maybe a live stream on Thursday, depending on whether or not DevCat gets an update out. Miss Zero, what do you recommend to record video on your phone? Depends on your phone. If you're on an iPhone, you're kinda out of luck, really, because it's a really complicated, well, it's not really, it's just really a bothersome procedure. If you're on Android, then I use Game Screen Recorder. Let's see if I can get a, there we are, Game Screen Recorder. It's not a very good thing, the camera's not focusing on it, but that's the best one right now, Game Screen Recorder. You can also use A to Z Screen Recorder, but it keeps glitching out for me, so I don't know. Try that one anyway. LG K20. I don't know what that means. If you're talking about my phone, no, it's a Huawei Honor 5X. Cheap phone. It's not a cheap phone, it's an Honor 5X. Cheap phone. Or unless you're talking about your phone, in which case I don't know. I don't know phones. Okay. Finished. I'm going to tidy up around here, and then I will see you guys in Discord. Samsung got the wrong couch. Okay, so thank you to everybody who came and watched, especially those of you who hung around for the 3 hours and 30 minutes, which is now on the dot. I really appreciate it. Special thank you to everybody who got involved in the Sunday sub battles. Always a pleasure to watch what you guys come up with and how you guys play. Fascinating stuff, as always, and a very extra special thank you to all the Arcanauts who have subscribed so far. Jump into the Discord channel, and yeah, let's keep this party going. Until then, guys, until next time, and yeah, watch out for my video tomorrow. Yes, that's the other thing I meant to say. PvP video out again tomorrow. So until then, have fun and good luck.